Hello.
Are we?
We're live.
I quit. I quit.
We won't miss your damage.
You'll miss my heels.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
And actually, you will miss my damage.
So we're gonna get going before real blood gets drawn tonight. We are the Initiative Syndicate, and we play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do some of that tonight. We're gonna do a brief recap of last week's session.
Elvin's a dick.
There we go.
I guess that sums it up.
Yeah. And time to get right into it.
All right. So last week's session, there was a wedding, and then a ball, and then a fight. And you guys ended up fighting Lizica's sister and her pet. And her other pet. This undead monstrosity that was caused by Lizica. But then she escaped, kind of. And that was that. I think that was pretty much everything that happened. You guys went to this wedding ceremony. You guys did some other things, and you guys are still basically at the mansion.
Yeah.
But the vampire spawn have turned back into humanoids. The only one that is left.
The only one that was left, yeah.
So there are no enemies around. What would you like to do?
Investigate the bodies
Yeah.
and loot them. They're already dead. It's not like that.
Play what you want to this place. Sure, why not?
So the make an investigation check.
Guidance.
I thought you guys didn't like each other.
That was just that's off screen.
Got it. Okay.
I'm not guiding you. I don't like you anymore.
You guide
What did you
yourself.
say? Investigation.
Yep.
That's
I'll let you go first.
what?
+4.
Oh,
D4.
I don't think it's going to really matter that much.
+4.
Oh, nice. 13.
You find a few pouches of gold and various coins, but nothing that seems to be adventure style gear.
I don't care. I was just
I got a
looking for
20.
money.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, amongst the bodies, you find we'll just say about 75 gold pieces worth of
Hey, that's not bad.
miscellaneous bits of coin and
These people
such.
did seem upper classier, so makes sense.
I'm kind of surprised they don't have more.
I'm surprised you haven't scolded me for checking dead bodies for money.
Yeah, they're dead. They tried to kill us.
That's true.
So, where to?
Well,
I believe our obligation here is done. We should get the fuck out of here.
Oh, yeah, I'm not really in the mood
Yeah.
for an after party.
out of the manor. So the last time we saw Sadek was outside of the manor, so hopefully he's gone. But I don't know.
Yeah, hopefully we can get out. I know they kind of locked the doors a little bit last time.
Yeah.
Did they lock the doors and try to kill us?
So
Did we
Yeah.
escape from that, guys? In charge of our bosses? Alright,
So yeah. Get out of here.
just have to say Weird Al is a genius.
So, what is the one person that's still alive?
Oh yeah.
They seem sort of dazed. They're not really entirely sure actually what has been going on. It's like
Do they have
There-
any more wine?
Are they also confused?
there is no more wine.
Are they confused?
They seem very
They
confused.
look like so. I'm gonna have
They're-
when
they're-
I'm,
they're
when I'm
very much
searching
in
for
shock.
bodies, the bodies for gold. I'm gonna smear some of the blood on me. I'm like, oh my god, what you did? You killed all those people. If you play us off, I won't tell anybody what you did here.
I killed all of these people.
You killed them all. You're sick. Like I don't know what you ate before you came in here, but you just went horrible. Just ripping throats out.
Why do you have blood all over you?
Because you attacked me, but I was able to get away, and I healed myself in the corner while you were ripping everybody else up. These guys just came in.
Deception check. Advantage.
Oh, I don't get to use. Yeah, okay.
I mean, I'm giving you advantage. Because they are in a state of emotional turmoil.
26.
I only have 25 gold. And he reaches into his pouch and pulls it
I
out.
guess we'll let this go. Go, leave now. Get out the doors now before.
Okay, and he just starts running out the doors.
We'll just kind of follow.
Yeah.
him, wait to see what happens to him.
He's able to open up the double doors and just head right on out.
Well, I think it's safe.
Good. I'm glad he went first.
Yeah, really.
So okay, I guess we'll leave too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so-
So you walk out the double set of doors, and you're back into the little courtyard area there, and you don't see anyone else. There's no one hanging out. The iron gates are open.
So I don't know much about the vampires, but obviously your sister's not dead now. How do we completely take care of a vampire?
We ignore him and get
History
away.
check?
Sure.
Can he have advantage?
One
Because
plus
that's such a
seven.
good question.
Ooh, that's a 20.
The only vampires that you know of in Ravnica die just like other things. And this was unusual.
Interesting. No, I had no idea. Most of them die. Like,
The two
Yeah.
types of vampires in Ravnica are blood drinkers. They're very close to traditional vampires from other things you would have heard of, mythology and stuff. But the psychic vampires are much the same, only they are also imbued with the ability to be psychically linked to their victims, and some did develop some psionic abilities as far as telekinesis.
So they have no sort of like immortality.
No, they live forever, but they can be killed.
Okay, gotcha. What by any means, it's not like silver bullets.
No, I mean, no, you don't have to like do a special thing to kill them. They just died. But they do live forever
Okay,
unless
so they
something.
are
Yeah.
immortal, but they are.
So like elves in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
but they can be killed. Yep.
But this was something you have never seen or heard of before. After it looked like she had taken a substantial amount of damage, she actually turned into mist.
I wonder if it's that this new mixing of their blood. Maybe if we want to take care of one of them, we got to take care of both of them because they're linked now.
It's a good thought there.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I've never seen that happen before. So
Yeah, and she keeps coming after us. So I mean, as painful as it may be, there's one day we're gonna have to figure this out.
I understand.
Well, I think we head out of the Undercity here and back up to Nibs.
Yeah, I'd like to stop and get something if possible on the way out. I keep forgetting I have this, but I am proficient and I do have a poisoner's kit.
Okay.
It would probably save us money if I started to try and craft some potions. Poisons.
You,
Are you fucking shitting me? I've been buying poison. You fucking just now tell me you're poison.
So I just happened to remember that this thing in my backpack.
It's like so he's like, you gotta be shitting me.
so you have a poisoner's kit,
Yes.
and you're technically like a dark elf.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'd like to try and get some components to craft it down here.
Yeah,
since
makes sense.
I don't know too much about crafting in D&D, so
It's kind of just up to me.
yeah, that's what I figured. So
I base it off of if you have the materials and like I would say the difficulty and things like that. We usually I make you do some kind of a roll. If it's more complicated, then I want to make an arrow.
So
yeah.
So I'm going to throw him the 2 pouches that I've collected
Mhm.
of the 100 gold pieces.
Okay.
And throw it to him like, now that you just happen to know how to make poisons, here's some stuff to get help me out some.
I was looking through my backpack the other day, and I just happened to remember.
So I'm gonna give
this
him the
thing.
100 gold pieces that I got just to go get components
Okay.
so he can help set me up somewhat, maybe.
Just another secret.
Another
Yeah,
secret.
another secret that
You
waited
know,
until
I have
like
so many secrets, just forget some.
35 episodes in.
So where do you think we'd find a place like that? You remember from your Golgari times?
Oh, I'm sure anywhere around here probably sell something.
It's like,
He don't want to tell us.
yep, another secret.
I mean, we can go to the market. They probably have a ton of stuff.
the dead
The
market.
dead market?
Yeah.
I mean, you could if you want to.
I'm not really interested in selling my soul for anything.
It's not really your soul, from what I understand. It's just like years off your life, is my best guess.
Yeah. And you're already old, so what do you have to do?
Yeah, I mean, I could trade a couple
Wow.
away and just.
Yeah,
drop
I'm
dead.
not the smartest, but you know, the lifespan of a goblin's not really that long. And I don't really feel like giving it away.
Part of that's because goblins make poor life decisions.
And that's not going to be one of them.
Average life expectancy 12
Wow. Yeah.
years, no days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to live to the ripe old age of 13.
That's all downhill from there.
Now you're gonna be at your
Being
bar
in the
mitzvah.
Like I'm at, that's my middle age point right there.
You've peaked.
I'm only a couple years from that.
Average lifespan of an insect or something.
My 401k looks like shit.
We can try going to this midnight marketplace thing and see what they got, I guess.
That would be could be a thing.
Well,
I don't-
here's the thing. You're not entirely sure when the festivities are going to begin.
Mm.
You know that it was soon. There's only a certain gap of time that you can go to the dead market.
Mm.
It's only like this
After
hour
midnight.
to hour of time
Yeah.
at night, referred to as the witching hour.
About what time is it now?
Currently, after the wedding and all the festivities, it's probably 7-ish, 8-ish at night.
Okay.
So I believe they said it was like midnight to 1 a.m. or something.
Yeah, it was like for an hour.
Yeah, it was a very specific time. But I don't necessarily remember where it was. I
I don't
feel
really know
like
if we got it. We may have.
someone, I believe, told us. I've got a journaling log here I'm going to check.
Also have a journal.
I also have a journaling log.
I also didn't take notes.
What are we doing?
That sounds accurate.
Yeah.
I would like to say that's the reason I don't take notes.
So you don't have to look them up.
Well, I'm Skriz, so I'm not like I really give a shit what's going on.
Yeah, I only wrote down
I live in the now.
the specifics of what it was and when it was, but not where it was.
Do you remember what date we got this information?
Nope, I don't
third.
have my notes. So
January
January 3rd.
around 8:30
We
p.m.
didn't, we didn't play
Eastern time.
January 3rd.
exactly.
Kevin was wearing a
8:30.
red sweater that day.
I was probably wearing a flannel of some type. That's probably true.
And his hat was backwards.
And he had long hair.
I could have had long hair.
That's true.
You did have long hair.
Did
What
I?
are we looking at?
I have no idea what you're looking up.
Yeah, what are you?
We're trying to find where the dead market is if we have it in our notes.
Don't worry, it's not a glitch in the screen. It's just the light switch on it. The dead market's in the center of the town.
Yeah,
No, wait, why don't we just go talk to the one guy that sold us the poison?
That's
He'll-
true.
He'll know. He's the
He
one that
probably
told
would
us about
know.
it.
He's a pretty sketchy guy, so
Oh yeah, because that's not our type of people.
no, definitely not.
We've never killed a soul.
Never.
Never.
Never a soul, but in person, yeah.
Okay, so we're
We're gonna go find the
Let's-
merchant, dude.
Let's go
Okay.
try to go find the guy we got the poisons and the explosives from. Because
well. He was in the middle of. He's actually not super far from where you're at now.
okay. That makes sense. So we can try and see if we can get some basic poison components off of him to craft poisons with, and then
So you're just trying to get components, not actual.
because I'm assuming it would be cheaper to craft them than to buy them.
Okay, and what
In
kind of
theory.
poisons are you wanting to craft?
So I'm not too familiar with the poisons. So you might have to give me a reminder.
Poisons can do everything from render someone unconscious. They can just inflict the poison condition, which if someone's poisoned, they have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Then there are some that are like damage poisons that basically they do damage in addition to.
I think the one where you put him at disadvantage would be great.
Yeah, I'm thinking looking into the damage one and the poison effect one. Seeing those two.
The one that adds damage and one that it adds actual the status of poison. Is that what you're
Yes,
asking?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wrote after midnight.
For the sake of
Midnight.
simplicity, you're able to find the vendor.
Okay.
And the poisons that you would be looking for, just the components, are going to cost. I got a thing here.
Do what?
So I got some gold.
So far, yeah.
And are you wanting? All right. What? I guess I should ask this too. What kind of poisons are you wanting? There's poisons that affect you on contact, poisons that only work if they're ingested, poisons that only work if they're inhaled, or poisons that only work if they are introduced to your body through an injury.
Probably the injury one.
Okay.
I feel like would be the most useful, at least for now.
So that would require creatures to take slashing or piercing damage from a weapon. Okay, or a piece of ammunition. We will say that it's actually got a bunch of these on here. Wyvern, Truth, Malice.
My sword has been coated with poison for the past 2 sessions, and I have not been able to hit anybody.
Got some arrows too.
I do have,
Crossbow
I do got,
bolts.
but I have the fire bolts also. But I do have my regular bolt.
I would say that the components are going to cost about half of the actual price of the poison
Okay.
itself. So for very strong damage, 1,000 gold for the components.
Okay.
And for the just to inflict the poison condition, I'd say 75 gold.
Okay, what about, is there a cheaper damage inflicting one?
Presently in stock, let's see, I'll roll for it. We'll roll a percentile. Make it fair and random.
Poker.
Not with an 18.
All right, fair enough.
So yeah, his poison supply is running a little low, and all he has currently
Mhm.
is what's known as purple worm poison.
Ooh. That's some good poison.
That's some good poison.
Ooh,
What is purple worm?
Good shit.
it's some real good stuff.
Like creme de la creme poison.
No kidding.
So if you get these components, how many applications of this poison could you create?
I'm not sure.
That would depend on if you are proficient with your poisoner's kit. Then I would say that it would do enough for 1d, we'll say 6,
I don't know. What do you think, guys?
plus your proficiency bonus.
Plus my proficiency bonus.
What's your prof? 3?
Mm-hmm. So minimum of 4, maximum of 9.
That seems fair.
That does seem pretty fair. And generous.
I don't know
And
if
that, kids, is how you do DM stuff on the fly.
I don't know if I like that or just like the condition of poison where everything's at disadvantage.
I mean, we could do both
yeah.
because the conditional one's not that expensive.
No.
at all.
When we talk about the poison, we're talking in these
Mm-hmm.
for that kind of poison.
Multiple of those.
This has a 12 on it. Multiples.
Yes, I know.
But you wouldn't know that.
He hears a voice in his head.
No, but
I
that's
have
it.
enough, by the way, for this. Just so it's clear.
Yeah, thanks to me.
That 25 gold.
I gave him a fucking 100, you son of a bitch.
Well, I can chip in a little bit. Be some pretty big damage stuff.
We might as well. That could help us in the future, especially in this race, maybe. So
Yeah, that's the other thing
You
too.
want to play dirty?
You should also probably be thinking about how you want to prepare for this.
exactly, that's what I'm thinking. Like, because I think having some like
I have all
pilgrims or
my ball
potions-
bearings.
I started doing 10 push-ups every day.
10 push-ups.
I
I want to turn into One Punch
I've been drinking.
Man. Shrinking a lot.
I can't wait for you guys to do the maze.
I'm
pretty
hydrated.
Make another superior healing potion.
Yeah, I feel like
Where
getting
am
some
I
more
at on
potions.
that?
maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to burn one.
I think I
did. I did
one as
too.
well.
I didn't.
Well, I can chip in a little bit for this poison.
I think it might be worth it.
Are there any like special things we can put it on to guarantee when you use this poison it makes contact and does damage?
Nothing guarantees, but if
Yeah.
it's on a weapon coating it,
Yeah.
they would have to probably make some type of a Constitution saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on who's using it, I might base it off of one of their spell proficiencies, or if it's I'd say if it's a melee user, I might base it off of one of their other skills, like depending on how hard you hit them or whatever.
Makes
You know?
sense.
So
Yeah, so we could really any of us use this
Exactly.
poison on our
Except
our weapons.
I mean, I could put on a dagger, I guess, but I don't even have the high of dex, so it probably would be kind of a waste.
Yeah, I'll contribute a little to this.
Don't worry, guys. I'll put some poison on my staff. I'll bludgeon them so hard that they get a blood stain on their forehead.
you're like, you'll die. It falls on you, hits you,
Yeah.
poisons you,
Poisons me. Yeah.
and it's the one that puts you over the max, like doubles your hit points.
Yeah, no, it definitely probably would. Oh, 100%.
You have like no hit points. It's fun.
Oh yeah. No, guess what feat I'm taking?
I hope it's one that gets you more HP.
Sprint?
Yeah. Yeah. It actually doubles my movement speed so I can run away faster.
So do we want to try and get
That's as fast can be.
one of each of the poisons?
I think
I mean,
maybe
75 gold's not too much.
yeah. So I think
You get the big one, the little guy.
yeah, I think that's a good idea. So it would be I think we do one of the purple worm and then one of the other one.
All right, now that's just for the components. Now, that is going to yield less because it's such a rare poison. You're not going to get one
Okay,
d6. It'd
that's
be
fair
one.
enough.
It'd be
So
one
from-
d4.
That's fair
The
enough.
components only give him enough to make one poison.
It could make enough to only make one poison.
Oh, it could.
Yeah,
He
he
has
has to have. If he didn't have proficiency with his tools,
Uh-huh.
I'd make him roll and he'd get half.
Yeah.
But since he has proficiency with a poisoner's kit, I'm
Gotcha.
gonna let him just do a straight roll. But on like that rarer poison, that's not something that they just harvest a lot. That's why
That
it's so
makes sense.
expensive. So it would be a lower die. It's gonna be a 1d4 just straight. You might get 1, you might get 4. But on something more common like just causing the poison condition, I'm gonna let you use your proficiency bonus on that roll and use a
Okay.
1d6.
All right.
Because you might be able to like figure out how to stretch that out more and
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I'll come up with 500 gold for it.
Okay.
Skriz gave you 100.
Yep. So take off 570 from me. And then Bill will do the other
And
500.
Elvin contributes.
Alan's like watching the
All
distance.
right,
like,
so
yeah, they're
according
spending money.
to this thing here, purple worm poison has to be
Nurple.
harvested from a dead or incapacitated purple worm. A creature subjected to this poison has to make a DC 19 Constitution saving throw,
Good luck with that.
or they take 42 12d6 poison damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful.
40, 12. 42, 12.
42
6
damage.
Ds.
It's
Oh,
12d6.
okay, gotcha.
12d6. The average is
12d6.
42.
So, not
So you guys would get to
That's
roll it.
better though. The average is better.
Yeah,
You have a higher chance of getting a higher number on the
sure.
60-12, but
Damn.
you have a better average on a 12d6.
So that's
So-
pretty dope.
Feel like that's pretty good.
So the other poison that you
Math.
got is something called drow poison.
Hey.
This poison is typically made only by drow and only in a place far away from sunlight. A creature
makes
subjected to this poison has to succeed on a DC 13 Constitution saving throw, or they're poisoned for 1 hour.
This is
If the saving throw fails by 5 or more, the creature is also unconscious while poisoned this way.
oh, there's stuff in D&D Beyond.
That's like they're sleeping.
Yes.
Poison, isn't it?
So you got
Cool.
drow poison and you got purple worm poison components.
components. Yep.
I feel like as a drow, you should get like a little small crossbow where you can shoot like.
That's true. That's fair. I mean,
So yeah, if you get a really good thing where they actually fail by a lot, like if they fail by a lot, not only does it poison them, but giving them the poison condition, it also could render them unconscious. Now they would wake up once they take damage,
Of
but
course, yeah. If they still have the poison condition, so
they're on D&D Beyond. You can add them,
okay.
and then you'll have to take. We'll say it'll take at least an hour to make the poisons. So whenever you want to take that hour to do that, just let me know, and
Okay.
we'll let you do your rolls, and you can determine how many doses of it you have.
Okay, so if we're planning on going to the dead market, then I can do it while we wait.
Well, we don't need to now.
Yeah, you got your.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You got
we
your
didn't-
stuff. Let's go.
All right, fair enough. Then we can head back to the
I said we
surface
had to
With
never
the-
miss it.
with the remaining time, and then
Do you want to do your poisons now?
well, I can do it when we take a long rest because I only need 4 hours.
Or
to
when we
long
get to
rest.
Mizzet's house, you can just do it there while we're talking to him.
Whatever.
Probably wouldn't do it there.
That's true. It's technically legal.
Yeah,
So-
poison's illegal.
How about I do it when we take?
Why don't we do it right now? Right, we're at the shop. What
That's-
hidden?
Fine.
Is the guy fine with him doing it there at his shop?
I mean, he's not going to stop you.
All right, I'll do it right here in the shop.
I mean, you can do it right on the sidewalk. I mean, who's going to stop you? They're not,
Yeah,
they're not
really.
illegal.
So you're just rolling a d4.
A D4. For
So basically, he has to get a little fire burning. He has to get his little beakers and stuff out, and he's going to sit there and he's going to brew these poisons like he would brew a potion. Okay, so he's taking the components. He's going to mix it with like some water and stuff and other various things that he would need from his poisoner's kit. So, which one are you trying to make first?
We'll go with the purple worm one.
All right, so this is going to be since you are proficient with poisoner's kit, this is going to be a flat D4. Whatever you get is how many you get.
Okay. Here we go, boys. Of course, it's a line.
That checks out.
Well, to buy it, the thing is to buy purple worm poison by itself is 2,000 gold,
Yeah,
and that's
so
one dose.
Already,
He had the chance to get more, so
exactly.
it was a good.
We
deal.
already saved a lot.
You're already like
How much
half
you
up.
paid? You paid half of the component.
half the price for the components, but
Steve-
you also have a chance for higher yield.
Now is the guy that you bought it off? Is he an alchemist or a poison? Can he make this poison?
He can. He has doses of purple worm poison to
Oh,
buy.
does he?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
We
I was,
we rolled to see what
I
kind
was
he
trying to
had.
sell it back so we can get the components again.
Can I get 2 things of components.
Yeah, and then see if we can double down again.
Yeah,
All right, so the
You can
other
ask him, see if he wants.
the other for the other
we
poison
probably wouldn't get that much.
for the drow poison injury.
Get the roll again.
You're going to roll a 1d6, and you're going to get to add your proficiency modifier to it.
That's pretty good.
So you're going to get a minimum of 4 doses of
Fox
this.
dice didn't do so great this time, so we're gonna do the green. It's not too bad. A 6.
So you get
That's
6
cheap.
doses of the drow.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
How much you got
and-
plus your proficiency?
What I charge you 75 gold for the drow poison, right?
Oh, I thought it looked like it was a 6
You
from
did
here.
what? Sorry.
I charge you only 75 for that, right? All right. So, and again, in perspective, 1 dose of that normally is 200 gold
Yeah, that's
for 1
pretty good.
dose. So, making it, but I wouldn't even let
So-
you attempt it if you didn't have a kit and
Uh-huh.
proficiency with it.
Yeah, makes sense. All right. Then I'll go ahead and who's the bag of holding, I guess, or I mean, so we could put the purple worm in the bag of holding, and then we could split the drow.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work with bludgeoning, right?
Works on any weapon.
So we can split the drow.
Hold on,
evenly.
injury, slashing or piercing. It has to actually break the skin.
Okay.
But you have an axe.
You have
now.
an axe now.
Yeah.
So we
So
can
it would
split
work.
the
It would work
drow-
on Scoffbog.
So we can split the drow 2, 2, and 2.
Yeah.
I don't know if my Scoffog is gonna like it.
Well,
What choice does it have?
I mean, it's sentient, isn't it?
It has every choice.
That's
It
true.
talks to me.
What? What
Yeah.
did it say?
Fun stuff. Tells me about its past life.
That guy asks a lot of questions.
Do we hear that?
Have you
No,
ever
it
talked
only
about-
talks to him in his head.
That's kind of funny.
Has it ever talked about me before? Like how good I am at combat and
Oh, I did.
I like his helmet.
Um,
You should take it from his dead body.
yeah, it loves you.
I
It
love the
really-
fact that we can't hear this.
It really loves you.
oh, stop it.
It can't honestly get enough of you.
Oh, hi,
Like
hi,
if-
hi, Scout, how y'all doing?
Like even when you die, we're still gonna love you.
Well, you're gonna try and take my feet, you weirdo.
No hoofs, not feet, hoofs. That's what I wrote down. That's what I sent in. You owe me.
Why do I owe you this again?
We agreed.
Did we?
Yeah, you said if I die, you're like I don't need them.
We get his feet.
But let me talk to Scoff here. Let me see if he even likes poison. Hey, do you want poison?
Do you want poison?
Good question.
More for killing. Yes.
We're in luck. He loves it.
I feel like I played a part in convincing since he likes me.
You
so
know,
much.
you probably did. I heard he'd get really convinced. He told me right in my own head,
Mhm.
if you gave me the helmet.
Well, that's just not gonna happen. I mean,
I thought you were his favorite.
When he dies, we take it.
You know, I thought you were gonna be his favorite, but
you already said I am.
well, you just lost some points.
Well, you can't just have my stuff while I'm alive.
So I get it when you're dead.
Accidents happen.
All right. So we're doing 2, 2, and 2 for the drow.
Yeah.
And then bag of holding will have the purple worm poison. I'll keep it on D&D Beyond because it has the stats.
Yeah, I do feel like we should probably give it to someone. I feel like once
I mean,
we start
you can-
this
you can
maze.
keep-
I mean, I'll take it.
Whoever.
Purple worm.
What's that?
I mean, if you crit,
Scoff would love it. Yeah.
Does this last for like a minute?
It may be so good.
Or is it only one hit?
Scoff will talk to you guys too.
I don't
So you
remember
gave
what
the drought poison to us three?
Yeah,
Yeah, we
so
just got
it's
two
two and two.
applications.
Yep.
Okay.
And I got purple worm.
You didn't take any?
What am I gonna do? Stab some of my staff?
Oh, okay, gotcha. That's a good point. Collect? I gotcha.
Not my staff.
He puts it on the tip of
My
the
staff
fireball.
doesn't have a point.
How long does it take to apply this poison to our weapons?
If it's in combat, it takes 1 full action.
Yeah, that's
I've already got poison lathered on mine for the past couple days.
it's like petrified at this point.
It's gonna be worse poisoning now because everything that's stuck to it.
I think we're heading
Like flies and shit on there.
You're heading back to Nivix.
Scorpions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To basically figure out when the ceremony is and
probably.
what's our next steps.
Probably inform about our
Well, he said just to
little
get
trip to
get
the
ready.
wedding as well.
Okay, so you guys come back out of one of the underground sewer entrances that you came in that is in the precinct not far from Nivix. It's probably a short little, we'll say maybe 20-30 minute little jaunt back over to Nivix. Everything looks kind of same after your run down with the poison vendor in the Undercity. We'll say it's probably getting close to maybe 9ish by the time of all this has passed. So it is in the early stages of evening. Nivix is still much as alive as it always is. You've never really seen it at this time of night, though, or this particular precinct in the middle of the night. It's sort of eerie, the bolts of lightning streaking across the sky and hitting other semiconductors. The sky sort of lights up with illumination, almost like a thunderstorm coming, and you see the lightning streaks, but you never hear the thunder. You're able to get in through his credentials and through his guild insignia, and some of the larger sentry robots that you're used to seeing stand down as you come in, but even they, without personalities of their own, seem more on edge.
That's what I was about to ask. Does it feel more tense?
Everything feels tense. Yes, everything feels more tense. You don't see as many people, just common folk, or most people are in their houses. You see machines kind of doing most of the manual labor type things. Most businesses are actually shut down, and there aren't actually a lot of businesses in this particular part. But the tower itself is very much alive. You make your way in and head up the same corkscrew spiral automated staircase and head up to Niv Mizzet's aviary.
Love it.
Niv Mizzet seems to be engrossed in books, per usual. Although more books than usual, as you see that there are at least 7 or possibly 8 books levitating around him with pages turning. You see him almost in a weird sort of trance-like state that you've kind of seen before, where it looks as though he is absorbing the knowledge from all of the books that he is reading at once.
Wonder if he's preparing for his quest thing that's part of the maze.
I think as soon as we walk in here, Skriz walks towards the outer rims where the glass, so he can look outside and see what the lightning, or the thunder or whatever, the lighting in the background.
Mhm.
And I think he's gonna sit down, stare out there, pull out his little journal, and try to scribble down some future ideas of what he come through his mind the past couple days. While
Okay. You actually have some notes and ideas for things?
No, I've got a couple things.
Okay.
I'm just writing them down.
Cool.
And
Sounds good. I like it.
I like it.
All right. So, are you approaching Niv, or
I think I walk past Nib, don't just keep going
Everybody
towards
but Skriz.
Skriz, just like
Time to take notes.
Here's my desk.
Yeah, just
My
go sit
desk,
wherever and go to town.
Hey, Niv, how y'all doing?
He does not break concentration off of what it is that he's doing.
What you doing?
Um,
Hey.
I am looking for answers to future problems.
Like Ravnica hunger?
Sure, among other things.
Sure. Okay. I'm on board.
There is much that we still need to discuss concerning the illicit maze.
That's what we're here about.
Excellent. Did you take care of your family matters?
Yep. That's one way to put it.
I feel like we should have a couple more details on this one.
Oh yeah, we will.
Especially like what happened at the end there.
And
Weird.
yeah, who exactly we're dealing with. Yeah, so turns out Eris Sedect is actual Sedect. Come back somehow. Don't know how.
Fascinating. I'm not even sure that that's possible, but I believe it. I feel like we've always kind of felt it.
Yep. He's also my brother-in-law now. So that's the thing.
Well, family can be complicated.
Yeah. Yep. So
So he has united the vampires.
it would seem.
This could be... I think we will file this under future Ravnica problems.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Power is in the blood. Sadek always said this. We've seen it many times. Lineages very strong. From Azor the First and his descendant of Asperia. It is as if he passed on the best parts of himself to her, and she embraced them through her bloodline. I always wondered what it would be like to have children of my own to mold and shape and be the future, but I don't like children.
That's fair.
No Mrs. Niv out there for you?
There aren't many dragons of my kind left. In fact, I may be the only one. My kind was hunted almost to the brink of extinction during the Great War.
Let me guess, humans.
Among others. But I've lived well past any dragon I know. And there are some greats in this world. None with quite the mind I have, or the talent that I have, but great in their own ways. Old, ancient, thousands of years. They have lived, and I respect them. So, there are a few things that you will have to figure out before the maze starts. I have to apologize that I was not able to reveal more details about this before asking if you would agree to do it, and should you choose to no longer wish to participate, I would respect that. And I would have to find another team. Azor the First was very wise, which is why he put this failsafe in should anything happen to the Guild Pact. But with that, it comes with a certain stipulation. One that we just recently found out. Should no one complete the maze within a certain amount of time, a judgment will be passed. that begins once the maze has started. There is a very specific ritual that must be taken place to start the countdown, otherwise, it won't work. It has to be challenged. A spell looms on this judgment, known as the Supreme Verdict, created by Azor himself. Should no guild or member of Ravnica succeed, then the guilds will be no more, as they will be wiped from memory. And the world will go back to just the guildless. Knowing this, you may not want to participate, as it will be dangerous. I assure you. But the risk seems greater not at least trying.
What is this time frame?
The maze must be completed in 1 week's time,
Once we start. the
once it's
maze?
started.
Okay, so
All guilds and all people of Ravnica start at the exact same time. Once that happens, the sands of the Supreme Verdict Judgment begin counting down. If no new agreement or guild pact is established within that point, we all go away. There is no stopping it. There is no countermeasure. There is no fail-safe. We can let the world stay in chaos as it is and do nothing and hope that the guilds decide to get along and respect each other and not drag the innocent people of the world in with all of their conflicts. I think we know that won't happen.
probably not.
Or we can at least try. And either way, I think that the world will be a better place, whether we succeed or we fail.
Yeah, either way, I think we're bringing some form of unity by just at least trying the maze. Will either be all guildless or have a guild pack back.
Those in the guilds will have a stronger advantage for sure. They also have much more to lose. As in everything.
Yeah. Yep. True.
Being wiped from existence does not sound pleasant to me.
Well, you said wiped from memory. Are we disintegrated, gone, never remembered, or are
Gone.
so we're not just here without memories. That's how it
We would
sounded.
be erased from existence.
That's cool.
The supreme judgment.
Wow. Well, now that it's described a different way, I mean, we are getting along pretty well. You know, we haven't destroyed each other yet. We're not all at war. Just war against the deck.
True.
That is a big risk. I feel like it's going to happen with or without our cooperation, right? Because Sedek's people are going through,
It's true.
no matter what.
It's because you don't have war in your hearts. But I remember the times before the Guild Pact. It was dark. It was violent. A lot of people lost their lives. A lot of beings lost their lives. I would hate to see it happen again.
Any species of like humanoids or animals that went extinct from all this?
A few?
What do you think like most fascinating one was?
Oh, I would say furbolgs.
Well, for what?
Furbolgs.
I got fur.
They were a sort of large, friendly, nature-loving bunch.
Can't imagine fur bogs not being blue now. Every time I think Furbog, I just straight go for blue.
Most of them
For our homies.
Yep.
spent time with the Selesnya. Some did join Gruul, but they don't typically have violent hearts, so they preferred to seek medicinal means within the Gruul, those that joined that faction. But they all loved nature, animals and plants.
It sounds like a shame they were all wiped out. That sucks.
Kind hearts have no business in war.
Unfortunately. Yeah, I recently had a little bit of a change of heart myself, with the realization of everything that's happened and everything that's going on. Kind of trying to think more of the greater good than my own personal wants and desires, I guess. I felt like before we could have some redeeming qualities in some of our foes, but now I'm really starting to think that they need to just be put down before more damage or harm comes from them.
As you start to talk about this, the books all seem to sort of close simultaneously, and they gather together in a pile and sort of place themselves in front of him. And he opens up his eyes and looks back at your group, kind of turns around much like a cat would. You still have one other task before this.
Finding what's his name's brother,
Whose brother?
Copernicus.
Oh, no.
It's like, fuck him.
No, he's been missing for months now.
It was one of the ones on the task list.
That has not been months, but it's
I
been a little while.
It's been a while.
You will, however, need to settle some differences amongst your team.
The name of our bar.
No.
We decided Rockies.
There is
You see Skriz like,
there are some hostilities amongst your team. And you need to be a cohesive unit, or you will not stand a chance.
What do you mean when you say hostilities? Like we're an angry group, I guess, when we get into battle.
I meant hostilities towards each other.
Yeah, Dix, you know what he's talking about.
I
I don't know what he's
I don't
talking
get it.
about.
Also, you need a captain.
Well,
you see at that time Skriz like,
I believe I'm right here.
Ah, therein lies the fun.
Well, I do have the formal training. I'm a leader within my Boros. I will lead y'all.
I cannot choose your leader for you. You have to choose for yourselves. But you only get one leader.
It's fair.
Mm.
Kind of hard to run with 2 leaders.
Oh, well, we have a means of figuring this out. In fact, all the other guilds will be participating in a very similar contest amongst their own teams.
So it's a contest we go through to find our leader. So we don't have to really decide or vote.
You could, but I think I sense the determination of a few within your group that wouldn't just say, you're in charge.
That is surprising.
I'm talking about the weird one with the axe.
Yeah, he's weird, but I know he doesn't say it, but he likes me. I'm a good influence on him. Even his hammer said that he liked me too.
Mm-hmm.
And my helmet, and he said like my demeanor, I guess.
Now I'm starting to question if his hand is actually talking to him or if it's just
He's making
voices
stuff
in
up.
his own
You
head.
definitely have the military mind for it, without a doubt.
For sure.
I don't know that military might is going to be enough.
Well, I don't know that, I guess, might is necessarily the best word for it, but I think strategy, battle plan, bigger picture. I myself have already kind of changed my views to, I feel like I've been getting ready for this moment. I've changed from my own wants and desires and kind of switched up how I'm going about being who I am. for the greater of Ravnica.
So, if we took a vote right now, you would vote for Rocky.
I think at this time you see Skriz is like, well, sure, I don't care. Like he's busy and is like, yeah, I'll take some too.
That's one.
He didn't pay attention. He's like, okay, yeah, put me in whatever he's having.
Yep, he's having me as captain.
Well, I think we need to talk about this. You know,
But what does Scoffbog say? He likes me and my feet and my helmet.
I think
I don't
about
know.
this.
I mean, I personally, I think Skriz would be a fantastic leader.
Well, maybe. Yeah, and I don't mean to disagree with that because I like Skriz a lot.
I mean,
But
he's my best friend.
I think about this time Skriz is like, he jumps up and he's like, and he runs out the door. 1 minute, and he runs out.
He never comes back.
Oh, he'll come back, but yeah, he's got something on his mind. He's not even paying attention to what you're all doing.
I mean, see, he's got leadership skills right there. He's doing things. You know.
He's doing.
I feel like we're doing something as well.
Well, I mean, there's also me.
You cut everyone's fingers off and ask for debts.
I mean,
don't-
you know, I got things I'm doing.
Well, so do we all, but we got to put those aside for the greater good.
Listen, I didn't ask for your fingers.
You asked for my hooves.
Only when you're dead.
Yeah, but that still tells me that you're thinking about yourself and you're not thinking about what we need to do, what we need to be doing. I don't need you being distracted by pulling fingers off of dead bodies when we got more dead bodies to make.
I feel like you're judging me just a little bit prematurely.
I feel like 33 episodes in, I know who you are.
Man,
How long's this conversation going on? Just give me a roundabout so I can know when to.
Minute,
No, it's still
maybe two.
okay.
I mean, and what about Liz?
I think Liz is great and he's got a good brain for it. But I do think also with, I feel like you're a little bit more of a background guy. You do great things.
wow.
You're always sitting in the back.
Well, you know what? If I was always standing in the front, I would be down on the floor.
Exactly. And you don't want to be standing in the front where the leader stands. Right?
I don't know.
I mean, I feel like you got some good ideas, but you got lots of secrets too. We don't know how many more you may have, may not have. Secrets you don't even know yet.
Now that one might be true, but I don't really have any more secrets that I know of.
That we know of.
That I know of.
Yes.
I mean, you do got a lot of secrets. You're like Secrets McGee over there, you know?
And I do think a leader's got to be honest with their crewmates. I feel like I've been nothing but honest with y'all whole time.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
You know my motivations.
I have always been honest myself.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
it's like a dishonest honest. Honestly.
Oh, you need an insight check for that one.
I have never lied.
Yeah, I'll insight check that one.
So I'm gonna say about the 15 to 30 minute mark when they're still discussing this. I think about that time's when Skriznik comes back in. It's when the door opens, you see him riding a fox mechanoid looking thing,
Oh my
and he's
gosh.
riding it in. He's like, okay, I got something, and it just came to me. I'm tired of seeing your little squishy fox die all the time. So I made you a little homunculus, and I've infused it, and it's going to follow you. And every once in a while, it might help you, it might not. But it's not going to die as fast as that thing over there. And he points to your little fox.
I love it.
So you now have like a little fox homunculus with you. I'm not going to tell you what it does until I feel like I need to use it. So
I love that a lot.
I can't use it to myself because I'm out. But I'm like, okay. So that's what you have now is a little fox, like the mechanoid one. to go about the same size as your regular fox now, but he's the mechanoid. So,
Well, so leader.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there is still a little discrepancy. Not a lot. I don't think it'll come to violence or anything.
what leader? What are we talking about?
When
Leader
you-
of what? I'm already leader of the goblins.
Quick distracted. I
Well,
cast
yeah,
fireball.
You gave me the thumbs up as you voted me the leader of this group. You said, "Yep, sure, I'll have it."
As I recall, I believe it was, "Yep, I'll have one of those. Whatever he's having."
One of these leaders, and this is what I'm having.
1 through 10, I go with it. 11 or above, I'm like,
Wait, use the dice you made.
it's a 10. Chris is like, that's fine with me. I'm already leader of the goblins. I don't need to be
Chimed in,
leader.
I'm the captain now. I
Who?
appreciate all your votes.
Who said this?
Elvin did.
I don't think anyone voted
We
for you.
we had a vote, and I wasn't even here. You guys voted without me.
You said yes
To who?
to Niv asking you if I'm the leader.
I think
Ah.
you're a little
Well,
distracted.
I mean,
you're
this
the leader
is
of the
this,
goblins.
this is pretty easy. Let's just put it to a vote. Majority wins, I suppose.
Okay, so who's all running for leader? I mean,
Who wants to?
who wants to run for leader?
I'll put my name in the hat, running for leader. Liz doesn't
Well,
want to
I
be
mean,
leader?
I definitely want to. I feel
You
like
don't want to run for leader?
I'm totally leader quality.
When did Krinko get
I
here?
don't feel like, I don't know if I have what it takes.
All right.
Krinko sounds like this, you know.
Ah,
Yeah,
I feel like there's a little Krinko spilling in.
Listen, all of my voices sound like goblins.
No, it's just all goblins sound like your voices.
and Elvin's been married to Griznit for about a week now, so he has a little bit of goblin in him.
All right, so wow. Who votes for Lizica?
I thought it was just me and
We'll just go around and we'll do all of them. Not even voting for yourself. Who votes for?
You're not gonna vote for yourself? You don't want to be
Ooh.
leader?
Who votes
Who
for?
votes for themselves?
I mean,
Griznit.
who votes for Griznit?
I vote for Skriz.
Oh hell no! I got to vote, and I get to vote for myself too.
You do get to vote for yourself.
And I just so does majority win?
Majority
I
wins.
guess so.
Fuck that! I don't want all the responsibility. Thanks, Dick.
Well, I vote for Skriz. He's my best friend.
Oh, no!
Who votes for Rocky?
I'm not above voting for myself. I feel
Yeah,
like
I
have the
vote for
whole time.
Rocky.
You got a tie.
Looks like we have a tie.
I guess you're deciding vote, Niv.
Oh, I can't. I can't interfere. So,
What about Thibble Fifth? He's
is,
part of
is
the
he a
group.
part of your team?
No.
about this time,
just like
he's
right
just
over the
kicking in
corner.
So, Grizz goes over to Rocky. May I have the bag of hoarding?
Yeah.
So I reach in there, and you just see him like halfway waist down in there, and he pulls back. He pulls out the little statue, and he goes, "He votes for Rocky." And I heard her. Yep, yep. The fairy godmother said, "Yep, vote for Rocky."
I don't think that she spoke.
He's decided. You're fucking bullshit.
Well,
Listen to us, fairy godmother, and I put her back in.
there is one way we could decide and add a little bit of sport to it.
I don't think a
Called
strength
a
contest
dice
would be
roll.
fair.
Oh, that would be not much fun.
Yeah. That's true.
I know some of the other guilds are participating, and I thought it might be nice to potentially give you just an item at the end, but item and leadership, better.
Is it an attunable item?
It is.
Shit. I know, right?
Give up something.
Let's see.
I mean, I could give up my heroism thing because I haven't used it at all. But anyway.
Yeah, I don't really want to give up human.
So what's this contest? And we would all do it, or just me and Skriz do it?
It would be your team competing against your team. There would be no outside interference from other teams. It would be sort of a free-for-all.
So it's like everybody for themselves, or no teams team up, or what?
That's for you to decide. But last person standing is the winner. You would obtain the item and the leadership.
Fucking battle royale.
Nothing was meant to happen.
I also think that it could help with some of the tension between a couple of you. As he looks at Elvin and looks at Lizica.
What?
I mean,
We have a perfectly fine.
Well, so when
trusting
is
relationship
this?
with each other.
When does this little friendly competition begin?
All of the competitions begin tomorrow.
Also, we can get rest beforehand.
Absolutely. You should be completely and fully rested with
Wait
all of your
till
resources
level
available.
Can we wait till I get to level 8 first so I get some more?
good thing I got these.
Now,
poison
that does
bottles.
not mean that there would not be other participants. They just would not be other guilds. There could be some surprises, though. Again, it's a contest. And
Surprise.
no permanent injuries, no permanent maimings.
Shit,
Fireball?
I was gonna cut Elvin's balls off and put him on his fucking guy.
Fireballs.
I will explain the rules of the contest tomorrow. I would suggest getting a good night's sleep.
Damn it, I got 2 more things to work on.
What if we decide not to participate in the contest?
I think all the guilds are.
That doesn't mean that we have to, though.
No, but I think it could be potentially good. You might face similar challenges in the maze.
But we're just fighting each other with some surprises.
Sure. Yeah, we'll call it that.
Hey, we get a free item out of it too.
Yeah, but I
Well,
feel
it's a
like
very rare item.
also true.
I could use a second very rare
Yeah, I could easily drop something.
for that. Yeah.
Well, what I'm thinking is we want to try and be different than all these other guilds that are trying for it. We can be different, be the winners, and not participate and figure this out on our own. I don't feel like I need to slash you to unconsciousness to feel superior. I wouldn't feel superior. In fact, if I had to take any of you out, I'd feel terrible and not want to be your leader.
Skriz didn't look at Rocky. So,
Except for Elvin.
as a leader,
For Elvin.
as a leader, you want to know everybody's weaknesses and strengths, right?
You can tell me your weaknesses and
No.
strengths, but
What
also,
better? How better to learn it than take it on your own?
Well, I've seen y'all in battle for 33 episodes.
Where are those episodes you're talking?
I just feel like each wake up is a new episode. Kind of. Sometimes.
I
I refer to them as episodes.
think it would be nice. We have been around each other a lot
Mm-hmm.
to take out our aggression that we pinned up, like you, not like try my gravy.
Well,
Yeah, I wouldn't mind
Not gonna
taking some aggression out on Elvin.
Yeah, I feel like Elvin's gonna get the shit beat out of him. No offense, Elvin. No offense. I'd hate for you to die for the 32nd time.
Would you at least like to know what the prize is?
Oh, I don't even give a shit.
You might as well.
I guess.
It's a legendary item known as the Champion's Pendant.
Legendary guy.
Legendary.
Requires attunement. You gain the following properties if you wear it around your neck. +1 to armor class. Your reputation is undeniable and you have advantage on all charisma intimidation rolls. As a bonus action once per day, you can summon the Hammer of Storms or the Aegis of Warding. The items appear equipped on the character and last for 1 minute or until dismissed as a free action.
That sounds pretty cool.
Does sound pretty cool. I'm just saying, I feel like we could figure this out without fighting each other.
Okay, so every team gets one of these. You're saying the leader of their group gets one of these items?
I think that they are offering a different prize, but something similar.
So you're already gonna handicap us for your pride.
I don't think we're gonna be handicapped.
Every other team is getting an item similar to this. You're already gonna handicap us not having one of our members have this item.
How many other teams have poison bow?
How many teams have really squishy dudes?
Probably all of them.
Can I change my vote?
Sure.
I vote for Lizica.
It's supposed to be in good sporting fun,
It
Rocky.
said nobody dies.
It's not a permanent or violent thing. Think of it as like a snowball.
We have
fight.
fought beside each other a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
And
But, you
it's
know, with
fucking
weapons.
chaos.
Yeah.
No pain is inflicted on any member.
Promise you won't.
What?
You won't feel the
I'm out.
fireball.
I don't want to play no more.
No actual pain is inflicted on the members of your team. They feel no actual pain. You will be ingesting a special type of potion, which, how do I put this? Makes it to where you can't die.
Can we buy any of those?
Can we buy some of those somewhere?
They are used specifically for the contest. One of the side effects is that it reduces your maximum health.
And small penis.
Oh yeah, the missus would be upset about that.
It's like steroids, I heard. Man, back me.
Again, this is it's supposed to be in good sports. It's not supposed to be a bloodbath.
But we can try real hard against Elvin. No offense, Elvin. We're not going to try to carry you.
I mean, I think that we could use the extra experience, see what else is out there. He's saying this could be good training for the maze. I really want to hit
Well,
Lizica
and
with
he
my
said-
axe.
and it's not going to just be us. I think they're going to throw other obstacles in there and see how we do. It's going to be like a crucible.
It's gonna be like a crucifixion.
Uh,
That's the same
Obviously,
thing.
you can choose to not participate, and the rest of your teammates would go.
I'll have to think about it. Do we have to have an answer right now?
No, but I would look at it more as training.
Maybe.
It's sparring.
From the looks of it, a couple of your members could use a refresher. He looks over at Lizica.
Hey, I'm still at 21 hit points.
The hole in your chest would tell me otherwise. You're kind of bleeding on my carpet.
I thought it would have scarred over by now.
I think that it could be a potentially good and learning experience because it will not just take might to win, it will also take wit and cunning. Using your resources, seeing what you're actually made of as an individual, not having to rely on anyone else but yourself. I think you will learn a lot about yourselves.
Squiz bust out laughing. Oh, sorry, I was remembering the Goblin games that you and Elvin failed miserably at.
Good time.
Didn't you die also?
No, made it through.
You made it through. So, the top two vote getters made it through. Yeah, maybe. You know what? I rescind my vote and I give it back to Rocky.
You know how many hit points a level like 2 wizard has?
Not double digit.
No.
Like this.
You chose poorly.
So you can discuss it amongst yourselves and consider it, but I would not consider it as a violent means to an end, more as a training session to prepare you for what lies ahead.
Squiz just shrugs his shoulder. Okay, I'm in pussies. I head out the door. I'm going to my lab if y'all need me.
Excellent. You can just let me know in the morning.
Well,
We'll be doing the announcements of.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you did. Once leaders have been chosen for all of the guilds,
That's poor leadership skills, right
we
there.
will be doing a ceremony to announce the the champions of each team. You will be able to see some of your competition. Once the champions are announced, the maze will begin.
So it starts tomorrow.
We will do the ceremony for the champions the following day.
It starts in 2 days.
You will have time to rest after your competition.
All right. Well, I feel like we got some stuff to think about. Anything else for today? Where do we meet for this competition?
In the Trans Guild Promenade. I have faith in all of you. It's why I asked you to be my maze runners. You all possess great strengths, but you also have weaknesses. Together as a team, you are very formidable. I have watched you grow. But sometimes you need to see what you're capable of on your own. War is very real, as you know. Sometimes you lose people that you care about, and they won't always have your back.
Yep.
If anything, it might bring you closer together. I doubt it will tear you further apart.
That's what you think.
Plus, maybe you'll get to use some of those spells without worrying about what happens. I know as a wizard, sometimes we constantly have to hold back.
You wizard, Nick?
I am.
Oh, good to know.
Strength in wizards.
Sure.
I started off very much like you. Well, a dragon, but very much like
So
you.
a lot more hit points.
Only 100.
Only 100.
I have lived for a long time and read many books. I know much about magics, mana, and arcane energy. Perhaps I can show you some things,
Very much like
assuming you survive the maze.
that. Yeah, that's a fair assumption.
Well, if there is nothing else, I bid you a good night.
We'll see you tomorrow morning.
He kind of bows and then goes back to his books. So, where would the crew like to go?
Probably a normal watering hole.
The Silver Spire?
Yeah.
Or are you heading to your bar?
Because, well,
We got our bar.
it's true. Yeah.
Which one's closer?
Your bar?
What'd he say? You say give your vote to Skriz? Okay, never leader. I said we go to our bar.
Yeah, your bar is closer.
Okay. Cool.
Yes, we're
Yeah.
going there.
All right, so you traverse a few blocks, go across the neighborhood, and end up in your bar. The goblins that you have posted to stand watch. Looks like there might be two different goblins, but there are still two goblins at the
I'm
door.
like, what's up, Bip and Dip?
Hey, how you doing? Hey, what's up?
How'd you know our names?
That was a good guess, right?
Yeah.
They said, hey, that's all that matters. They might not even be in their name. So, yeah.
What's up, King? What's going on?
You can call me Skriz. Skriznut.
What's up, King Skriz?
I like it. Not much. We're thirsty.
Oh, okay. I don't do that, but yeah, that,
Okay, that what?
I
Nice
mean,
to
that's
meet you.
your place. You just go on in.
Yeah.
You're
I'm-
good. I don't need to see any ID.
I wasn't
or
asking
anything.
permission.
I'm just getting out of the way.
India or anything.
He always does this. Man, you're new here. He's like that. It's fine. He's cool. He's cool.
Now I know why they call you Dip.
Listen, I'm like the bouncer. You know, I gotta.
I
You
understand.
know, I
Okay.
bounce things.
We're done talking.
All right. I'm gonna just bounce myself right out here.
Bouncer shouldn't be so talkative.
Is he always like this? Yeah, he's just like that. He's
I'm
really
sorry
cool.
I'm moody,
He-
okay?
he's really cool once you get to know him. He let me sit on the throne.
I let everybody. You didn't get to sit on the throne yet?
Well, I'm new.
Well, I'm glad we're getting recruitments.
Yeah. Well, they
And
said
I
they
throw
was
him a
looking for
silver piece.
goblins, you know, and I was like, I'm a goblin. I like doing stuff.
I throw them both the silver piece.
Those Gruul were not very nice, you know. They were like putting me in catapults and like launching me, and
Jesus.
I almost died that one time.
About right.
All right, I'm about to take my silver piece back.
You guys go in. He's still talking about being launched.
So there I go. I was flying, right?
I walk in and go to the bar. Just go sit down. Like, all right,
Hey, how you doing?
time to drink.
All right, what do you have?
What do we got?
Well, I think this is water. That might be pee.
Why is it at
He-
the bar?
He picks a cup up.
It's definitely pee. You don't want that.
No, why is it at the bar?
Well, I told him to go get some water, and he said he had to take it. It's a long story. It's fine.
You know what? We're gonna have to talk about some certain things, but
I mean, we got beer. We got
Yeah.
we got some beer. We got some wine. You told us to
come
get.
on.
You got.
Come on, do I look like a wizard to you? I don't drink wine.
I mean, you kind of look like a king.
Oh, I like it. We have any mead?
Sure.
I hear kings drink a lot of mead.
Is that true? I mean, we have some, but I don't know. You told us to stop.
I don't
the
even
bar.
know what mead is.
We're
but
we're working on the bar. We got some ales. We got some meads. We got some beer. We got some wine.
you know what? Mix me a half and half.
You got it.
I want a beer and a mead mixed together.
Hey, we're gonna go. I'll go to the basement. I'm gonna go get a thing. I'll be right back.
It better not be fucking piss.
It's not piss. It's in a barrel. It's fine.
Yeah, don't.
You didn't pee in that barrel, right? All right, cool.
If just a little bit, it don't matter. As long as I don't have to taste it. I mean,
He comes back a couple
it's
minutes
sterile.
later. He's carrying like a big cask of something. You hear liquid sloshing around in it.
that's
He's-
close enough.
He sits it up on the counter. He's gotten much better at doing tapping. This guy has now been designated the bartender.
Yeah.
So he gets the keg in and he pours a couple mugs.
All right, who else wants some of this mead? Definitely not pee.
Insight check.
It looks real foamy and frothy.
You're gonna go up in the dark.
Shit, I don't like. He doesn't like mead. 10.
You feel like he's probably telling the truth.
Anyone else for some mead?
Well, you know, I want. You have my big mug underneath there.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
It's, right, it's the one right here that has the crown on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he brings out your mug, pours. He gets you some.
Here you go.
And you got his right.
Yeah, it's the shot glass.
Because them wizards they're lightweight.
There, little. Here you are, sir. One mead.
Do you have my drinking horn? The horn, hollowed out horn.
He looks confused, like
The one on your head.
It's kind of like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks like a. Brrr. Yep, we got that.
he goes behind the counter and he pulls it out.
Ah, here you go. And we'll pour a little bit in here.
Is it a trumpet?
No, it's an actual horn.
Well, I don't know that I want the beer mead.
No. We're drinking like kings tonight. King Rocky has a good sound to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean a little bit. Yeah, sure. I would just go with Leader Rocky.
Would you prefer something else, sir?
You said you have like a straight like a blueberry mead.
I don't know. Hey, do we got a blueberry mead?
Without urine.
No pee.
This time.
No, we got no blueberry. Just this kind right here.
Well, you know, I feel like we got a big day tomorrow. I probably shouldn't be in Baden.
All right.
Let's take the water in the horn.
What do? I already put it in the horn. What?
I grab it and just chug it real quick.
It's mead.
I was like, I don't know what your problem is. Yeah, there's still some on the lip. Oh, there you go. There's your.
It's very bitter, but it's mead.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Thanks.
I don't know what his problem is. It's mead.
Yeah, he's very picky.
I understand.
He has a weird palate.
Oh. What's a palate?
You know, I just found out yesterday. Let me see if I can remember.
You seem different.
You
You
know,
seem
I
like-
change a little bit. I feel different every day.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Is it good or bad? Or do you not like it?
No, I like it. Yeah, I like it. You seem like you know more words.
Palate has to do with the tongue, you know?
Interesting.
Yeah. But I will take some more of that mead. Oh, well, let me finish what I got in mind.
Well, I
first.
mean, you drank his horn and then you got your cup. I mean, but you can have as many as you want. This is your bar. You paid for all of it, so.
Yeah, I paid for it all.
That's right. You did. You're the king.
I'm the king. Oh, anyway, have we any more surface on finding Ichabod, or are we still scouting Madame Madrid?
Ichabod is a slippery little bastard. So he was working with the Izzard, as you know. And so we found a guy who tracked down where he was doing new experiments, actually not too far from here. He was not as hard to find as we thought he might be. But he has been building a whole bunch of things in secret. He has this like little underground bunker somewhere. It's got all kinds of weird, goofy machines and stuff guarding it. It's barely underneath the city. We haven't been able to get him by himself. We thought you wanted to talk to him, talk. But we know where he's at. He doesn't seem like he's going anywhere. And we've seen a Minotaur go in and out there a couple of times.
What do he look like?
Well, he was a big, big bastard. He didn't like to wear a shirt. He had some white markings on him, and he had black fur, and he was big.
Where was he?
Near the bunker. He would come in and out every now and then. He'd spend maybe a couple of hours there, and then he would leave.
I don't want to overstep. Would you be able to tell them?
Like, I think at this point, I'm two-handed the mug, and I've ripped the hand off it. I'm like, read this fucking close. I'm gonna get that son of a bitch.
Screw.
Yeah,
Hey, I was just trying to. I don't want to tell the goblins what to do because you're king of the goblins. Do you think you may be able to have some of your goblins follow that big Minotaur? Follow him around, see what he's doing, be sneaky about it? It could help us out later on.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, I can do that. I mean, so I'm like, all right, you need to send me. We need more scouts, but we need to follow this big Minotaur, the one with the black hair.
Okay, you want some of the guys to follow the Minotaur.
Yeah, but don't make yourself known because he
Oh, come on, we're goblins. We're sneaky as hell.
will squish you.
You guys have had 3 goblins following you around the city the whole time. You didn't even know they were there.
Well, we didn't look either because we just assumed they'd be there.
Well, I mean, they're friendly. They weren't trying to
Oh,
hurt
they
you.
better be.
They were just watching your back. You were walking with royalty.
That's true. That's true.
So now, like sitting there drinking, I was like, now I worry about, okay, he's got the machines. We start 2 days, we got this.
He kept getting scrap and more metal and more metal. I don't know what he's making. We had a guy go in, and then he came out and said, you would not believe all the crazy shit he's got down there.
So we've had people making.
He's been working down there for a while.
Could one of your guys who saw what was in there, like, either recreate or sketch it or something? Maybe Skriz can.
Well, some of these things looked like animals, but they were metal. And some of them had like 6 legs. He told me about some of them. Some of them looked kind of like little dragons, and then those big sentry ones that guard the thing. He's got several of those down there, which I don't know if he has built them or he reprogrammed them somehow. But they have big hand cannons, so
Great.
that should be fun. I think that'll be a hard thing to get into. And I don't know if they're like just wandering around down there. He said he had to get the hell out of there though, because he kind of got caught. Robots are a lot harder to sneak past than people. People are stupid.
Where's Krinko at?
Krinko's back in the goblin in the kingdom, I guess, for lack of a better term. You never really named it, but he's back in his old hide.
Name for it.
He's been kind of like
Gobland.
he's been kind of filling in while you've been gone, just kind of helping when he can, and
Sounds like an amusement park.
like second in command, so to speak. I mean, he knows his role. He knows you're the king, but he's a good organizer,
Do y'all know much about the mechanical features of things?
I don't build shit, I break it.
Right.
Also, pour drinks.
Exactly.
You're fucking amazing at that too.
Thank you.
Do you think y'all might be able to maybe when they're sneaking in there and following that Minotaur, maybe like sabotage some of these metal things?
I mean, we could
pull some
try.
wires out,
It
nothing's
might
off
put some guys at risk, but maybe I'll find a couple of guys that ain't got nothing to live for, you know. So
Well, I'm thinking like when his back is turned, sneak in, snip a few wires, run away.
I don't know a lot about machines, but we're good at breaking shit. I'll see what we can do. I make no guarantees. I know that the security down there is tight. It was hard for the one guy to get in, so I'm not sure exactly what this bunker is even for. I don't know what he's making all these crazy machines for, but if that big ass Minotaur is working for somebody else bad, I think the rumor is he's working with that vampire guy or whatever, that guy that just came back from the. Oh, I don't know what's going on.
Let me ask you this. So we've seen the big Minotaur.
Yes,
we've
sir.
seen Ichabod.
Yep.
Have we seen Madame Madrid go in there also?
We have not seen her go in there, but we have seen her. You're gonna love this. So, I had a couple of my guys go to that nightclub, the Hellfire Club. You know, it was more for recreational, they said. A couple of them had done well in the gambling parts of the city and decided to have a really nice night out on the town. So, I remember you said, keep an eye out for Madame Madrid. I also remember, because I heard you talking about it, I wasn't eavesdroppings.
You're a bartender. You're supposed to pick up these.
You're
little-
right, but I hadn't been a bartender here. Copernicus. He is working with Madame Madrid.
You
What?
son of a... I chugged before. I'm like... I finished a drink and I just throw the mug against the side of the wall.
Yeah, a couple of my guys was in there, you know, scouting out. And, saw the Cambion that you've been looking for. Hoping to collect that reward, but then saw him talking to some old lady, and not really old. Kind of old. I don't know, what's old for a human?
It doesn't matter. They're all ugly.
Yeah. Humans are stupid.
They're
Anyway.
stupid.
She came just like waltzing right in. We weren't even looking for her there. She goes over to his little special table. They have a conversation, and then she leaves. Apparently, he is back at the nightclub. I know you guys have been looking for him.
Copernicus?
Yeah, the guy that owns the nightclub.
Oh, his brother.
Sure, yeah, I don't know. All Cambions look the same to me.
So
Wait, so is it his?
is it the short one or the tall one?
The guy that owns the bar.
No, the short one owns the bar.
Well, it's that guy.
So
Copernic-
Tormund is the one that.
Yeah, that's
Tormund-
his name, Tormund.
Okay, well that's.
Well, his brother came in too that night. And Madame Madrid disappeared. Like it was some big secret. She walked out the back when they said, that's why we know the name Copernicus. Now I remember. Copernicus came in. They made a big stink about it. But yeah, it was Tormund. Tormund, the showstopper.
That's the one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think his brother knows what's going on, but it was some big secret. He didn't want him to know that
Like,
that
I
lady
feel
was
like
there.
we don't know what's going
Oh
on.
yeah, no. It's been at least like 20 episodes.
I feel like we need to go talk with Copernicus like tonight. I mean, I know it's late, but I think he needs to know to be weary.
So did we do good?
I mean,
Man, you guys always do good.
I know, we're goblins.
How quick do you think? What's the record for someone going from here to District 1?
District 1? I mean, we could probably get you some kind of a shuttle.
I'm talking about one of y'all. How fast could y'all get there?
We got short little legs.
Yeah, but you're fast.
would I know of a way to get a message from where we are to Copernicus?
You could do it if you had the sending spell.
Would I know of any Demir outposts or anything nearby? That I
Yes.
might be able to.
You would.
I could get a message to him. What exactly? What do we want to say?
I feel like he just needs to know that his brother's working with Madrid, and he cannot be trusted to the degree that maybe he is being trusted, and he needs to be careful.
Okay.
Demir, that's those spooky guys with the cloaks, right?
Yep.
We just found out about those guys. All right.
Yep.
There was one of those guys that came by here looking for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't leave anything, or name or anything?
I don't know. Hey, Dip, did that guy leave a thing for the elf guy here?
Oh my
No.
god, this guy don't stop talking.
He said he'd be back.
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
going. I'm surprised he quit talking at that. Jeez.
You hear as he's kind of like yelling at the door. You kind of hear him in the distance. He's still talking about the catapult.
Okay, man, we gotta get somebody not us talking about the front door because he's easily distracted.
Yeah, I believe he said his name was Gerxes.
Of course.
I don't know anything else about it. Like I said, we don't let people in.
That's fair.
Friend of yours?
Yep.
Okay.
Cool
Because
guy.
if not, we'll kill him the next time he shows up.
Yeah, that's nice.
Anyone else we should be on the lookout for that shit is not allowed over here?
Jeff.
I don't know if he's not allowed, but at the same time,
He's kind of sketchy.
we just need to keep. We don't need to kill him. We'll.
I didn't say kill him. He's
Yeah,
kinda-
what did Jeff ever pull you aside for?
It's not your business.
I'm the one with
You're
secrets.
so nosy.
Well, I mean, you know, sometimes goblins, we just talk about goblin things.
Oh,
You
that's
know?
fair.
Yeah, I mean, damn.
I mean, it's not really a secret. It was probably about some really good ham that we had, or, you know, we're all kind of related.
I was trying to recruit him. He didn't want to have anything to do with it.
He might have been a good recruit.
He was not for it. He likes where he's at with the Boros clan.
That feels familiar, but we got a lot of recruits from the Gruul, and those goblins are nuts.
Yes!
Yeah, they don't mind, you know, taking
Yeah,
a
one
ride
of
on
them's
the
at the door
catapult,
talking
if you know what I mean.
about
Yeah. Well, yeah.
the
Dip is kind of.
talkative side.
Yeah,
Probably didn't get to talk
They
much.
definitely don't mind taking a ride on a catapult, if you know what I mean. That wasn't a dirty joke. It was a dirty joke.
I like it. So what are we doing? Do we want to go investigate some of this stuff, or just keep the boys?
I mean, I'm not very sneaky, so I would.
What?
You're
I
a big
know.
fella, nah.
Yeah,
We
I
hear
know.
you coming from a quarter mile
I
away.
mean, this armor clanks.
Yep, it's
I
them
got
hooves, man, you know.
Two left hooves.
My biggest concern is that something's going to happen. That they're planning something to happen while this maze thing goes on here in a couple days.
Well, there's no rules to the maze, so yeah, anything could happen. I mean, Niv said that one of the groups could just kill all the other ones,
Yeah.
and then take their sweet time completely.
But they still have to. Yeah, they.
Well, they have to
but
complete
they
it in a
no
week.
isn't. Yeah, they got a time
Yeah, we'll have a
period.
week. But
they don't
if they take
necessarily
out everybody
know.
else, it would make I'm assuming the rest of it easier.
Probably. I feel like they're gonna come for us. They have before. And you gotta think, with Sadek's group he's gonna enter is Tauros and Madri and other bad people.
Bad guy number 3.
Yeah, I mean he knows some powerful people. I mean Tauros alone is gonna be a handful. And put that together with
Yeah, that
Madri.
guy was big.
Yeah.
I mean, big for a Minotaur.
Yep.
I sure hope Ichabod's not or they're not planning on using these tech things against us in this maze.
They might. I don't know.
Way to give DM ideas. All right.
I'm pretty sure they're already there.
I mean, I may or may not have already bought a bunch of minis. I don't know.
Okay. So, well, worrying about this is not going to help anything. So, another beer.
Absolutely, King.
I need a new mug.
Yeah, you broke that one. I'll get one of my guys to put a mending spell on it. I got a guy that does that.
the
That
one,
mending spell guy.
that one old goblin wizard. I love that guy. It was like 2 sessions ago or something.
P.S. By the way, King, since you didn't ask, my name's Slapsy.
I know that.
You probably did.
It's on your name tag.
You're a great king. You know.
It's on your name tag.
Do I have a name tag?
I've just seen if you look down looking for a name
I did.
tag.
All I saw was this dirty shirt. You know.
Oh, that's dirty? That looks pretty clean to me.
That's what they say.
I'd like to imagine that he doesn't have a name tag, but like,
Nah, I mean it smells alright to me.
but there's like dirt on his shirt that just happens to spell out.
I mean, 3 or 4 more days, maybe, and then maybe we'll think about getting a new one.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Nobody.
Depends on how many times I spill things on it, you know.
Well, you gotta have a rag to wipe up stuff.
Well, sure, I work in a bar, you know.
Yeah. Nobody cares. No, nobody's worried about your hygiene or anything.
I beg to differ. I will pull out the broom and clean his shirt off and cast the Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
How dare you?
You're welcome.
This is 3 days worth of hard work.
Not
Well, now it's
anymore.
nothing.
Well, you know what?
And now it looks like I don't do any work.
Wow.
You just downgraded his job for
It
him.
looks like he did work at keeping that shirt clean.
This shirt is green.
It's clean, but
The shirt's actually brown.
I didn't know this shirt was that color.
He's colorful.
so you're welcome. See, in any establishment, not everyone.
I think while he's going through on his spiel, he just takes off walking to the back room to get a new mug.
Okay. Well,
Oh man.
I'm gonna clean up a little bit around here.
All right. Here's your new mug.
Sweet.
Not as good as the other one. Maybe not try to break this one as fast.
I'll try it. I have a. I'll keep my.
We got
tongue
more
under
mugs
control.
in the back. It's fine.
I'm not worried about it. We'll just put it on Elvin's tab.
Exactly.
So, where are you wanting to go?
I'm fine with just sending the message, taking a rest. How long do we have till the actual maze? Like,
How long do we have to our little competition?
The competition is tomorrow.
And the maze is the next day. They said it's
They're gonna reveal the champions, and then the mage starts.
so 2 days. So I don't know about y'all, but since we're getting close to the end here, I'm probably gonna go spend the night with the family. Meet you at the promenade, Trans Guild Promenade tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Yeah,
There is always the option to not participate in the competition. You don't have to. That is an optional thing.
Well, I've laid my spiel down already. I think we're stronger as a group. We don't have to fight. If y'all really want to beat that shit out of Elvin, I'm gonna help. You know, we can make an agreement though. I think it's important that if something else does come out, you know, a giant spider or a crab or whatever, some other, he said,
I hope
things
it's a crab.
may come out. We stop what we're doing. We fight this together as a unit, and then go back to beating the shit out of Elvin
As a team,
as a team.
let's beat up Alvin.
I do think that's important if we decide to do it, because you know, being part of a team is being able to pivot and lateral and take on new things as they come. Prioritize, right?
Prioritize. Can't wait for that to happen. A giant crab to come. And all of us attack it except for Elvin. He stabs me in the back with his hammer.
Yeah, I'm not going to guarantee he won't do that, because he probably will. I just don't think we need to fight each other to work well together, personally. We're trying to be, you know, different than all the other people who are taking on this guild, and this would be different. We might be at a little bit of a handicap, but I don't think we will. We may not have an item, but I think it'll bring us closer together. That's just me. If y'all want to fight each other, I'll be there tomorrow ready to fight each other.
I don't know.
Can we bet?
Probably.
I put my money on Skriz. I mean, you're a big fella, but he's a goblin. I know what goblins are capable of.
Yeah.
we
good
will
point.
bite you to death if we have to.
So
The Achilles bandits.
We will attack a toe, a nose, a finger, whatever we can get our mouths on if we don't have a weapon.
like Skriz is over there on the bar top while Rocky's giving his spiel. He has the handle from the old mug, and he's like, anyway, he's holding it. So who was the people that went down there and did who was the one goblin that went down there to look at Ichabod and check out the stuff? Where's he at?
He's probably back with Krinko.
How soon could you have him here?
I can go have a guy go get him. I mean,
Please go get him.
sure. Yeah, we can do that. Hey, Dib, go tell your story to someone who gives a shit and go find the guy that told us about Ichabod. So then I was on the platform, and the catapult was like, "Blah, I got it, boss. I got it. I'll be back."
Jesus, you know what? I might take him, and hopefully he gets killed because he's got my fucking nerves already. All right. when I ask him for this guy, I'm like, I'm gonna talk to this guy, see what's going on.
Sure.
And I'll give you guys information in the morning.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out, go spend the night with the fam. Y'all let me know in the morning. I'll be ready either way to sit and watch or
Okay.
battle.
So you're waiting for the goblin to come
Mhm.
back. You are heading out to family. Elvin is sharpening his axe.
I'll send that message.
All right. You have to go. You don't have to go far. It's probably around a block or so. Little alleyway. There's a small little safe house in an old storage building that leads into the Undercity.
Yep.
So you wander down, and inside the little safe house, there are some means of communicating with members of House Demir, including a tablet of sending. You're able to find it as it's etched into one of the walls. A member who is not of House Demir would have a difficult time finding it or even knowing how to activate it. But with your Demir Guild signet, you're able to activate the device very easily. Is there a particular member of House Demir you would like, or you're sending the thing just anywhere?
I'm sending it to Copernicus.
Okay.
Because we're trying to.
So this will basically allow you to cast the sending spell without casting the sending spell. So you're going to be the same limitations of sending spell.
So you just send it to Copernicus directly.
directly. Yep.
Nice. So you got 25 words.
And go.
That does not count. Be wary of Madame Madri and your brother.
Chris is a
I feel like
bad
that's enough.
I feel like
that's
that's
cryptic.
that's too many.
That's cryptic enough.
You maintain contact with the tablet of sending, and I would say it's not even quite a full minute. You begin to get a response. Aware of something up. I am unsure, but I have been watching.
Got a lot more words to go.
Hope that you are well. And good luck
Good luck.
4 more words.
in
Eat a
the
dick.
competition tomorrow.
I love it.
Eat a dick.
Eat a dick. All right.
Remember when Wang was cat's not spelled? Good stuff.
All right. Yep. I feel like it's probably enough.
Sure.
Okay. While you are off, they come back with the goblin. This is a very small goblin, like small even for goblin standards. Probably about the size of a gnome. If there were gnomes in Ravnica, which there are not.
So I'm gonna finish the rest of my mead.
You see him, he looks like real skittish and kind of nervous. He's just kind of like got this constant twitch, like he's high on the caffeine or something.
What's your name? Though?
I got electrocuted. It's fine. It's fine.
You know what? I've been through that too.
It sucks.
Yeah. Okay. So
I used to have a name, and now they call me Twitch. I don't like it.
well, Twitch, calm down.
It's fine.
What do you carry on you?
Well, what?
What do you carry on you weapon wise?
These hands.
Like it. But here's what else you're going to carry on you. And I hand him my little, my bomb. We're going to go for a little walk.
Where we going?
You're going to take me to where you found Mr. Ichabod.
Sure, I can show you where the bunk is at, but I don't think we'll be able to just waltz right in again.
Oh, I don't want to waltz right in. You know what? I'm going to keep my bomb. You're,
Okay.
you're a little twitchy.
A little bit.
He's gonna fall.
I would hate to drop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think anybody within
Like, you know
That's
what?
25.
Also, sometimes this thing happens now,
And he reaches out and like points his finger towards you, and like a little spark of electricity zaps you, like almost like static electricity, but it hurts.
I got shocked real good.
Yeah, I can fucking see that. You know what? Just face the other way and talk to me Like I'm behind you.
I told him they should call me Sparky, but they're like, no, your name's Twitch because you're like, and I'm like, no, I don't want to be Twitch.
I think you're born to play goblins.
I love goblins.
Like, okay,
That's so good.
okay. Lead me to where you went into this place.
Well, I went in where they poop.
Okay.
Yeah, we,
Do,
went, we,
do I
found
seem
a,
disgusted? Let's go.
we found a secret spot.
Okay, let's go.
Are you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, we gotta go do a number 2. Let's go.
Oh my god, I like Dip better, I think.
That guy only talks about catapults. Oh my god, I was on this catapult one
I
time.
didn't mean to say that out loud. Let's go, Sparky.
You hear him up through the door.
You know what?
It hurt.
Since you like
That shit hurt.
since on the way out, I'll be like, "Hey, Sparky," since you like that name. On the way out, I want go ahead and zap Dip for
About-
me.
About how far away would you say this is?
It's only maybe a couple alleyways over.
Okay, I'll go ahead and cast. I think it's third level invisibility. I think that lets me cast on a second creature. So both of them are invisible. I'll concentrate up to an hour on that.
Hey, did you know that I can do a thing now? Watch this. And he goes, wah, wah,
And like sparks go flying, and he casts some sort of magic out of his hand.
Oh wow!
You know what? I was trying to be like sneaky about this. You throwing sparks everywhere is not helping this shit.
Well, I don't think that was.
How the fuck do you get anywhere just throwing sparks
This
everywhere?
is new. I was trying to get in, and then when I was trying to get out, I felt like I might have hit a wire.
Let's save some of this shit. Like, don't waste it.
Well, I don't know how many more times I can do that, but
Well,
it's,
then
really,
save it.
it's really cool, though.
Like, you know what? You're making me fucking nervous, and that's odd for a fucking goblin.
Well, they called me a wizard.
They called you a fucking.
I might be a wizard. What's a wizard thing? Give me a wizard thing to try.
Doing what I fucking said.
No, 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 no,
Let's go
no,
to
no,
the-
no. That's a servant thing. I want a wizard thing.
Okay,
Fireball.
you know, don't save it for now. But
Okay.
I have a wizard friend that does fireball.
Ooh.
But you saved that.
I don't think I can do that.
Okay, can you do lightning bolt?
I just did.
Well, you're gonna save that one and do it again. When I
Okay.
tell you to.
All right. Oh, I can do this thing too.
And like he makes a mage hand appear.
Oh wow!
You know what? I'm liking you more and more the way we. You know, you saved that. Let's go! Quit wasting all your spells!
All right. I'm gonna take the mage hand away, and I'm gonna just use the dagger.
You just told me all you have is your. Oh my god, you're giving me a headache.
Man, I love goblins.
Oh god. I don't know if I love you or hate you, but let's go. Okay, take me to the poop chute, and let's go. The
Okay.
shit shack, or whatever you want to call it.
Do I need to put the knife away, or
No, keep the dagger out.
you got it?
And he puts it in between his teeth.
Let's go.
And he starts kind of walking like,
Like a little bit of Rocky in his background goes, where did he have that dagger at before he put it in his mouth?
He's
Did he use that? Did he pry that? Did he pry the poop chute open with that dagger? I was like, that's awesome.
Let's go.
Yeah, I've been quiet the whole time, not shooting lightning bolts out my fucking fingertips.
Now I'm invisible. You can't see.
Is he invisible?
he said he cast invisibility on us.
cast invisibility on both of you guys. Yep.
Then how the fuck did he know he was invisible?
I couldn't see my hand.
Jesus.
I can't see my feet either.
Man, goblins. Goblins are the
Okay,
best.
yeah, let's
Alright.
go. I'm following him.
Let's go.
So you guys walk, and it's probably 2 or 3 streets over. You go straight through like one of the neighborhoods, but nothing can see you. So it's not terribly far from one of the other like superconductor areas in the boiler works area. But there's definitely a manhole cover.
All right, we're gonna go down in here.
Shh.
Right. Is this the same manhole we went down early? Then we go down a manhole.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Is this
that one's more in the Gruul territory
no? This is where we had Krinko the first time.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. I'm like, okay, I follow him down. I'm
All
like,
right.
as,
No.
as we sneak down, I slide the manhole cover
Yeah,
back
we
up.
have to pry this open, then we climb down,
Okay.
and then you're gonna walk, and it's the very first tunnel on the right. And then if you follow that all the way, it'll take you underneath one of these buildings where the poop comes out.
Okay, here's what's going to happen. Since you're invisible,
I am.
I take my little walking scepter and I kind of like hook him. That way you don't get away from me and you quit talking. I've basically got him like hooked maybe around the belt loop or something like that. That way he can pull me which direction he's going.
Okay. Got it. I can be quiet. You know what my job was before? I was good at killing people.
What? Before we go around this corner, what was it? I'm so
I
curious.
just told you I was good at killing people. If you had a guy that owed you money, you'd be like, hey, will you please go kill this guy and get my money? And I would.
I'm about to kill myself.
The magic thing is new. I found a book and I liked the pictures.
The wizard right there.
Okay. You know what? We make it through this, I will find you more books on that.
Ooh.
I have somebody to hook you up with.
But it took me a while to figure it out, but I learned.
I'll teach you how to read.
You know
more
what
of the
my
words.
favorite spell is? I call it stab. Let's go.
Oh my god. Yes, so I hook him up and follow.
He
him.
starts taking off like really fast, almost like not quite running, but like a little kid when they're trying to show you something.
Yeah.
So you hear him, he's kind of like splashing through the water and he's going along.
All right, now we're gonna turn down here and then we go. Are you still back here?
I'm still
I
here.
can't see you. Give me a sign that you're here.
How does he not see me?
You're invisible too.
I didn't know you cast it on both of
I
us.
cast it third level, yeah.
Oh, fuck. I'm like, I'm still behind you. I like tug on his
How do
hand.
I know that it's you?
I will fucking kill you.
Sounds like the king. Let's go.
So you basically walk through this other sewer tunnel, and you see that there is it's not really quite a ladder that goes up, but like these bricks that are sort of sticking out along the way, and it looks like a small light is coming through, like a small hole, maybe 20 feet up.
All right, now we're gonna climb up here. You just use these little brick thing. You can't see my hands. There are a bunch of bricks around, and you just climb on up like a ladder. You're a goblin. You'll figure it out.
This is gonna make this so much easier. Okay, I have to unhook so we can climb. But I climb up, hopefully finding him. Hopefully not running in behind him. But I climb up the little bricks up where he told me to.
Okay.
Is he with me in
Yeah,
front
he's
of me?
leading the way still.
All right, so look, we get all the way up here. This is actually a shitter.
Okay.
Notice the really lovely smell.
I thought that was just you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It means a lot.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna climb through here. This is basically the shitter here. So when we get out of here, there's a door. It's gonna go into a hallway, and then that hallway it kind of branches off into a couple different places. See, so I went to the that way.
Yeah, okay.
You can't see my hands. I'll just show you. I'll just take you. Where do you want me to take you?
I want the. Where are all the robots at? The animatronics?
You want me to take you to that?
Yes.
You just want to see them?
I want to see most of them.
Well, I don't know about where all of them are. I only saw a good portion of them.
I want to see where the good portion is.
Okay, that seems a tad dangerous to me,
Yeah.
but
That's
okay.
okay.
But they can't see us, so. All right. Are you sure?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, some of those things are pretty scary, so we'll just be ready to run if we need to.
Oh, I will be.
I will leave you, even though you're the king. Just so you know.
No, don't worry about it.
Okay. And
I would
you
do
can
this.
leave me too. I understand.
No,
I am expendable.
don't worry. I will.
So you guys climb up out of basically the toilet area, and you are in a small bathroom. It's very modest. It's just a basic like brick structure, like stone columns. You know, it's more like a round room. There's only the one wooden door that leads out, and it does lead into a stone facility structure. You can tell that you are still underneath of the the precinct, but you're not. I mean, obviously, you're not nearly as deep as you were before.
Mm-hmm.
He leads you down this very small, narrow corridor to the right hand side, and you walk maybe 15, 20-ish feet at most when it kind of opens up into what looks to be this almost like lab assembly line. You see all these machines sort of like assembling machines and working on machines. You don't see any people running the machines. The machines seem to be completely automated by themselves using the ISIT technology of the arcane and lightning. Those little gems and things that they use to power the machines. The machines that are building the machines are powered by these. There are a few superconductors on either side, with very Frankenstein-like, with big bolts of electricity sparking across and making everything sort of work and flow. What you see in here are several of these sentry robots, the ones that guard the Nivix tower. There's at least 3 for sure that you can see. They have definitely been modified. Some of them look like they have been damaged before, either through sparks of lightning or dents in their armor. They seem to be kind of walking around almost like in a patrol along the back wall. There are no other ways out of this particular lab. There is a lab screen on the right hand side with like a glass panel. So there's almost like it looks very similar to some of the like the safe bunker rooms that you guys would have done like explosion experiments before to protect you from said explosions. The thing that's actually the most terrifying to you are some of the machinations that are on the tables being assembled. One of them looks to be like this very small dragonling, but it is mechanical with wings. And as it's being put together, you see it spark out bits of flame out of its mouth. It's flapping its wings, and it even makes noises like a dragon. The dragon creature itself is probably about your size, but with wings and terrifying. As you are kind of gathering all this in, you also see small gnome-sized little creatures, like humanoid creatures. They seem to be kind of like moving along almost like an assembly line. They're dragging parts back and forth, and this is the closest to any sort of life forms that you see here. They themselves look like they're patched together from bits of scrap, colanders, filters, just springs, wires, anything that could be put together. They look like goblins, but smaller. They're roughly the same size as this goblin that came in here, so they're very small. No one's really commanding them or giving them orders, but they do have like a strange yellow hue behind their eyes where their eye sockets would be. One of the big machines that they're working on the table is this very large based structure. It's the shiny silver coated metal. It's got these 6 mechanical legs that kind of flail out on itself, and every now and then as they're doing electricity and bolting something in or screwing something in, they're hitting it with another bolt of electricity, or the machines themselves are like screwing in pieces on it. You'll see these legs twitch out. One of these large cranes brings along another piece to this machine, and it's this almost like metal tubing like structure. At the end of it, it looks like it has a point of a like a scorpion's tail. This as the machine is being assembled, and you're just kind of watching this monstrosity be built. The final few bits are put together, and there's a big surge of electricity that goes down through this mechanical monstrosity, and the legs twitch out, and then the thing pulls itself up from the table, and you see that this is a mechanized scorpion. The tail itself bends above its head, and where the tail itself looks like the stinger, it actually looks like 2 little metal prongs, and one of the little tiny mechanomes, or whatever you would call them, goes up and like adjusts something on the back of the tail, and you see a gigantic bolt of lightning shoot out from this tail. And then the machine goes off into some unknown parts of the lab.
Inside this, can we see where like most of the energy's coming from for the electricity and stuff?
You're not sure. It seems like it's coming from above somewhere.
All right. Sparky, can we get a little bit higher? Have you been higher than this, or is this the only place you've been?
I came to here, and then one of those little, the little small guys, he saw me, and then he started shooting me with I don't know, it was like a gun or something, or a crossbow. I don't know, but it shot out lightning and it really hurt.
How many things are walking around in here?
There's probably a half dozen of these little gnome-looking mechano-gnome creatures, and the giant mechanical scorpion wandered off. And then there's the
Can we
three
see
sentry.
where the giant mechanical scorpion
It went behind like this curtain on the other side.
If we went back, is there one of the hallways we could take that would lead us down towards that way?
You're not sure.
All right. So I pull Sparky back. This is not where we need to be. Let's go over. We go back to the tunnels, and I would like to take one that like kind of leads over to where the scorpions went.
So you want to go across the bunker-looking area over to the curtain.
Oh, so there's if we went back to the where the
You're not
tunnel-
sure where that tunnel goes.
Let's just pick a different tunnel.
Okay. So, there's only one other tunnel, the one that goes to the left.
We'll go to the left one just to check it out.
So you go to the left-hand tunnel, and you are immediately, almost within a few feet of turning around the little corner, you come to another large facility that looks to be where machines are built. The thing that you see the machines working on seems to be covered over by a large drape of some kind, and it's no longer being constructed. All the machines here are quiet, but it's the same sort of like lab setup, just kind of reversed. The glass window panes
Nothing's
on the
moving
left,
in here.
nothing's moving in here.
All right. So I want to go in there and investigate the room.
Which part of the room would you like to investigate?
The cloth covered item.
I assume you're trying to be stealthy.
Mm-hmm.
Make a stealth check, but you get advantage because you have invisibility on.
Invisible screen. Oh my god. 9.
Plus.
Well, the second roll was a 1.
So you break away from Sparky, and you don't know what he's doing. You go to walk, and you trip over a like a screwdriver or something on the ground. It makes a clanging noise as it rolls across the ground, but you pause for a second to see if anything happens, if anything bad happens. But it doesn't seem like anything noticed you from what you can tell now. You walk over towards the large draped area, and you see whatever's underneath it there is probably 20 feet tall. As you kind of peer underneath of the little curtain thing, you hear the sound of hydraulic pumps kicking in and whirring and engines coming to life as you see this robotic structure. It almost looks sort of humanoid, but it looks like a big tanker with giant legs sort of stands up in these big, ridiculous, massive-sized piston fists. And it slams its fists down on the ground, and then you hear a very familiar voice coming from inside of this like a loudspeaker.
I can't see you, but I know you're there.
Do I look around and see if I can see where the voice might have come from?
Coming from the robot.
I'm not saying anything.
Well, we're gonna play hide and seek. Guess it's time to see if my heat-seeking thing works on this robot or not. Activate heat vision. Oh, I see you right there. You're hiding over there by that doorway.
And you see this piston fist just come out, and it extends about 15 feet and splats. And you see blood just go across the wall as you assume your friend Sparky just got pummeled.
So, before the.
It always makes such a mess.
And the drape sort of falls down. You don't see any eyes on this machine. It just looks like a metal tanker, but it looks like metal that you've never really seen before. It looks like a mysterious new, almost like purple steel. It's draped in these gold pistons and hydraulic pumps. This robot doesn't look like anything you've ever seen before.
I'm just waiting for it to be what's his name? Your
I know that's who it is.
I miss so much. You should.
So
Duty calls.
Well, well, there was two of you in here.
Oh, shit.
Why are you by my foot?
And then you see this piston fist launch up to strike down at the ground. You're going to need to make a dexterity saving throw.
oh my god, thank you. That would be a 21.
Not good enough. 20
So you see this piston fist come down and it smashes into the ground, and you're able to dodge out of the way before it does any damage to you. What do you want to do?
So, in this action, I would like to have my bomb out, and I want to cast Mage Hand to take it over away from me on the backside of him and explode the bomb, so it kind of throws the heat off that way, so I can fucking dash the other way and get the fuck out of there.
Okay. So you are casting Mage Hand
Yes.
as your action. You're kind of in combat right now.
Yes.
So we're going to give you the initiative first.
Yeah.
You cast Mage Hand, put the bomb in it, and you give it the instructions or whatever
Yeah.
go over. And then I'm assuming you're booking it.
I'm fucking taking off where fucking Sparky splattered against the wall where we came in at.
Well, fortunately, it looks like the corridor is too small for him to get this robot through it.
Yes. So I'm gonna take off in there, and if it's within the 30 feet or whatever, and then bonus action, I know he has heat, but I'm gonna try my fucking hide action also to get in there.
Ah, you're just running, are we? That's all right. I'll find you. You can't escape. Maybe I'll send some of my friends for you.
The goblins are cold-blooded.
Then you hear the bomb go off. You kind of turn back and you look, and as the explosion happens, you see it sort of push into the robot and knock it back against the door frame, and then you see it push its hands back against it. They begin glowing with an arcane energy, and then it wraps its hands around the explosion and sort of contains it as it absorbs the blast from the fireball into its hands.
Hey, thanks for that. I needed some more power.
It's like that fucking X-Men thing.
Oh, fuck. And I just keep taking off down the corridor.
Yeah, seems like a good idea. I think you dropped this.
And then he turns his hand and he flings it down the whole corridor and launches a fireball at you.
Jesus Christ.
What are we doing? We're like.
Are you heading out of this place, or like are you diving towards the shitter, or what are you
Yeah,
doing?
I'm going towards the shitter and diving towards the
I need you to make another dexterity saving throw.
Snuck off. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
How'd we do?
We rolled a 1.
So you see this blast of fireball come by, and it is going to do some damage to you as you dive through the bathroom door, and you're able to get the door shut, but you're not able to get it shut all the way.
Dice.
You are going to take 14 points of fire damage
This little bitch fireball.
as the fire it does not hit you quite full impact as you get the door in the way. But I'm also going to need you to take an additional 3 points of bludgeoning damage as the door gets bashed against you and you get smacked into the back wall before you kind of go down the toilet. Where to?
We're heading back.
What's this we? Your friend is dead.
Yeah. Let's go, Spark.
Splatter.
You get on my nerves anyway. Splatter.
As you're kind of crawling down,
It's all right, Skriz. I'll see you real soon. I have instructions to come pay you a visit anyway.
Like, part of me's like, you can't fucking win by yourself. Like, part of me's like sitting, but yeah, I have to keep going.
all right, where to?
Back to the bar, I guess.
All right, so you come back, a little scuffy, little scorched, down one goblin.
Yes, I walk back in there and I look at the bartender. Fuck, what was his name?
As you're kind of walking by, and Dib's like,
And then my head hit that rock. And I don't know, I woke up 3 days later.
You know what?
Yep, I'm gonna take you with me next time.
Okay, where are we going?
Man, I have the best. It is a blast. And I just walk in.
Salty.
All right, man. Did you
Salty.
guys hear that? The king likes me. I get to go with him next
You'll
time.
get absolutely blown away.
Wait a minute. Didn't he go with Sparky? Where's Sparky? I don't know. It's probably not important.
So I go in there, Swapsy or whatever his name. I'm like, okay, we're going to need a new spy. And he could probably see like the soot, the blood, and all that coming down me. Like, he fucked up. Like he fucked up bad. Like it's probably good. He is not going to be around anymore. He has become part of his work. He got too involved with his work. He's dead.
Sparky's dead.
Yes, he
Oh man, he just learned how to do that lightning thing.
yeah, it didn't really work out and stop getting smashed. He is now. Yeah,
you guys went to that bunker, didn't you?
we might have. It probably wasn't his best decision, but we went.
Can't push your luck as a goblin, you know. You get out once, you don't try to go back.
Are you crying?
I liked him.
Well, I can tell you where you can find some of them.
Maybe we can get enough money to get a resurrection spell on him or something. I really like that.
I don't think there ain't enough money for that shit. He's like a little bit here, a little bit there.
I'll have to go tell his wife
He had a wife.
and his kids.
Oh.
He had like 9 of them.
9 of them.
Yeah. 9 wives. I don't know. He was very popular with the ladies. If you know what I mean.
Little Sparky action.
I also don't think he could count. He said he had 9 wives. I never saw him, but
You sure he wasn't talking about his fingers?
maybe. You know, now that you say that, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that makes better sense. You know what? He went out the way he wanted to,
And how was that?
not knowing what happened.
Excellent. That's the
Like-
best way you're going to go out as a
Like
goblin.
his head went through his ass. Like it was horrible. There was-
He was invisible.
yeah, he was
That
a
makes
bit.
sense how that
I
happened.
mean, whoa. He painted the night sky.
I'll have to let any of his kin that might still know him find out about
You
it.
know what? If he does have kin, send him my way. I have an opening.
Very, very good, Your Majesty.
Sparky Jr.
I need some sleep. And by the way, Ichabod knows who I am. And he's probably, you know what? I would probably say in the morning after we leave, if we make it through the night, that we evacuate this bar because it might not be longer. I fucked up. So if you want to, get a hold of a realtor. We want to sell this place.
Yeah, we could do that.
But the
But
strip
you
club
guys
next
aren't
door
going
is
to be
still
here
good.
for like a little while, right?
Huh?
I mean, you guys are going out of town or something?
Yeah, so we might be all right. So
Or, I don't think anyone goes out of town. But
does
your boys-
anybody even come here?
Just the Xerxes guy came, and you guys come.
Man, we ain't.
We're not really like officially open yet. You said don't open. You said get the stuff ready for selling.
Oh,
We
okay,
could.
so hopefully they don't know we're open or not open.
I guess
If
we'll find
they're
out.
not open, then they won't come.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to
We're
bed.
closed.
All right. All right.
Just make sure the sign is set to close. So
I'm going up.
they
to
don't
my
bring their
room.
big scary robots.
Does anybody else have things that they want to discuss or talk about before?
I need a healing spell.
Yeah, I need to find a red. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm already in bed by this point.
Okay.
I was concentrating on my invisibility.
So we will fast forward to the next morning.
Yay, long rest.
So get your long rest.
No longer married to Scrooge. That's the truth.
But he almost died. I could have got married to him again.
True.
I am now widowed. At least that's what I'm going to tell all the ladies. It took me forever to find D&D Beyond. I got a long rest even though I didn't need it.
All right, well, yeah, good morning. It's Lizica, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of quiet.
Yeah.
We're gonna play a favorite bartender game of mine. It's called How Well Do Your Customers Pay Attention to You? I told you my name last night, and what was it?
Would you like to know?
No, this is not me. I wrote it.
Definitely, not Sparky.
Did not write it down. Let's see if I can.
Can I get inspiration for knowing?
Started with an S. That's all I know.
Sparky starts with an S.
You said
Me.
Salpsy.
I said his name was what?
Salpsy.
Salpsy?
I think that sounds about
I said
right.
Slapsy.
You did definitely say Slapsy. You're right. Now that you say that,
I definitely said Slapsy.
Good one, dumbass.
No, I'm pretty sure you said Salpsy.
pretty sure he's.
Let's ask the king. King, we're playing my favorite bartender game.
Yes, what's that?
It's called How Well Do You Pay Attention to What Your Bartender Says to You?
Is it morning time or something?
It is.
You didn't
Okay.
get a long rest. You
So
did
what
well.
was my name?
Your name was go get me a damn drink. I ain't got a hangover.
I will-
Slapsy.
Slapsy. Thank
Wow. Good job.
you. And with that, I am not going to give you inspiration, but I will go get you a drink.
Good thing I heard it walking in. Because I thought you told me Swapsy.
So you guys get your breakfast and your early morning beverages. I'm assuming Rocky meets back
Did we
up
get
with
our
you.
full rest?
You got full rest, yeah.
Yeah, I'll meet back up with him at the place.
We're meeting up at the.
So we survived the night. Nothing attacked the bar or anything.
Transguild
Nope.
Prom-
So,
So
have you decided whether you're going to participate in the contest?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm the leader.
your voice changed.
The contest.
So I've already decided I don't want to be leader because I made a non-leaderly decision last night and got somebody killed.
What'd you do?
So I went looking for Ichabod.
Why would you do that without us?
Yeah, I thought we were a team.
No, I wasn't 100% sure what you were doing. All I knew is you were sneaking around.
Yeah.
Well, did you the one that turned me invisible?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you hadn't, well, maybe I would have been Sparky. You noticed that I didn't come back with
So-
Sparky. Sparky
I
is
did
now
notice that.
mushy.
So you left without us to go do your own mission.
I wasn't doing a mission. I was just checking up on stuff.
You
I don't
know,
need your permission.
We're about to be a team to win.
We're only married for one more day.
I know our marriage ended.
Did it? Then
Yeah.
fuck you. I don't have to listen to anything you say.
You didn't listen anyway.
Good.
Um,
This is it.
but I kind
It's
of
a bad
feel
marriage.
betrayed. I thought we were a team. We're about to go into this competition where I'm about to give my life for you, and you couldn't even tell us where you were going.
Hey, Slapsy, did they remove your name?
Well, to be fair, I didn't ask that guy.
Go give me a drink, Slapsy.
I already got you one. You
Give me another one.
All right.
Another one.
Did you find somebody to replace
I'll
Sparky?
when you tell him to go get a drink, I'll use command and tell him no. Stay.
You want to waste a spell slot on that?
It's on my ring.
He has a
got
ring.
I'm gonna tell him to stay.
Wisdom save. I got a 13.
Pretty sure it's a 14.
I think it is a
I think it is too, but
We're checking. It's a 14.
I want to go get the drink, but I suddenly just feel like I can't
I
do
think-
it.
I think Skriz is done drinking for the day.
You're right, I am. Glad my vote went to a certain person. What time's this competition?
He just said it in the morning, meet him at the Transguild Promenade.
Let's go. We got to meet Rocky there,
Yep.
our leader.
Okay. So you make it to the Transguild Promenade. It is in Precinct 1. It takes a little over 40-ish minutes to get there following the 10 Street Road. You
It's
guys
gonna
kind of
be
go at a nice little jaunty pace, cut through some back alleys and such.
So while we're on the way there, I kind of describe some of the mechanisms.
All right. So he
Liz,
describes you the little mechanomes. He describes you like the little mechanical dragons. He also describes you the giant scorpion that spit lightning out of its tail, and then the strange machine that seemed to have Ichabod inside of it that smashed Sparky.
So yeah, I need a new guy. And I
So
wait.
you
for
guys
the
have
bottom.
all been filled in on all of these things.
So I don't think I'm necessarily there yet because I was meeting them there. So
Okay.
I feel like Rocky's gonna get up a little bit before he's got to actually leave to get there, and he's going to go through casting ceremony on himself,
Okay.
and he's gonna do the dedication. So it takes an hour to cast, and he'll get a D4 to any saving throw
Okay.
for 24 hours.
Make sure that you mark this in some way.
hmm
Okay. So, we'll say that by the time you travel there and then you finally do meet up with Rocky, it takes roughly an hour. So it is probably a little bit after 7:30 in the morning, roughly. You see Niv Mizzet already in the Transguild Promenade, along with a couple of the other guild masters. They seem to be opening up dimensional portals where it looks like members of their team are kind of going through. You're not sure exactly where these portals lead to. But Niv Mizzet greets you with a smile. Friends, have you decided whether you will participate in the competition?
We're here.
I thought you might also politely just show up to say that you did not want to attend. It's called manners.
Yeah, because that's what I'm known for is manners.
I think you sell yourself short sometimes. You have great wisdom in you.
What's the short jokes?
Morgan, y'all, do we come to a decision on if we're joining or not? Anyone stew over our talk last night?
Scrizz, you want to tell him what you did last night?
What
You're such a damn tattletale. What's the matter? What I did that? I'm here. I'm here right now. That's all that matters.
Well, let's focus
Yeah,
on,
one out of two would be.
the more pressing matter. Are we joining this battle or are we not joining to fight each other?
Yeah, well, we already know what one person's answer is.
Alright, so we'll
Anytime he
go-
gets a chance to slap at us, he's going to take the chance.
So will we take vote? Obviously, I'm voting for not fighting. Y'all feel free to fighting each other. To bring us closer together.
Oh shit! Fuck yeah! Let's beat the shit out of each other.
No shit.
We knew your vote.
I don't think I can take him, but I can definitely take you.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Your mirror image don't
So,
work here.
you will be participating then.
We need like 2 more seconds to decide.
Sure.
Does he have a portal open?
Not yet.
No.
So what do y'all want to do?
I think, and I'll do fun. I think it might be fun to do. Try.
2 for, 1 against. Skriz, it's up to you.
Well, you know me, Rocky. I'm all about harmony.
That base.
And that being said, I vote for us to beat the shit out of each other.
All right, I guess we're playing.
Excellent. And the champion's pendant is at stake. The
A pendant and a stake? Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, we all get stakes even if we die.
is that not sort of strange for you?
Well, normally if you're dead, you can't eat a steak. Is what I'm.
Well, you're a cow.
I beg your pardon.
I didn't know if that felt cannibalistic to you.
I'm a minotaur, not a minocow.
True. Your lineage comes from Baphomet.
Well, I mean, we normally eat bison burgers, sure. Which I don't know if that's better or not.
It's organic.
Yeah, it is.
Fresh.
Down on the
The
farm.
champion's pendant will be awarded to the last member of your team standing.
All right. Well, good luck, y'all.
So I'm gonna go up to Rocky and be like, "Good luck, Rocky."
I appreciate you.
You gave him Bardic?
They don't know that.
That's true. They don't.
We don't know.
All right. I'm going to cover a few of the ground rules. We're not going to be able to finish the competition tonight, which is fine. We're probably going to end a little early tonight. Not super early, but
You think?
a little bit early. We will do the competition next session. I want you guys to have as much time as you need to get through it. Okay? So, how the rules for this competition work are, I am going to give you a map. It's going to be some sort of environment. I'm not going to tell you what said environment is. There are things within the environment that you will be able to use. Some of those might be bridges, some of those might be towers, some of those might be various things. Use the terrain to your advantage when you can. You are going to be ingesting a special potion, which will reduce your maximum hit points to 1/3 of your maximum hit
great.
We
points.
done 2 now.
Yeah, really.
Jesus.
You will have all of the spells, all of the gear, all of the abilities that you currently possess.
Cool. I'll just fireball in a circle. And kill
You
all
can
of us.
use anything that is at your disposal right this very minute, except health potions. If you have a spell destined for healing, if you have an ability that allows you to heal, it cannot heal you above 1/3 of your maximum hit points.
Well, I don't have healing, so. I'm a wizard.
Should you choose to make alliances here, when those alliances end or begin is up to you, and you can discuss that amongst yourselves. There will be other things sometimes being summoned in to also try to stop you. I won't tell you what those things are, but a couple of them are nasty.
Yummy.
The reason that your hit points is being divided by 1/3 is because you will have 3 lives. You're not dead after losing your hit points all once. When you are killed, you will be respawned.
Same spot.
Um,
died?
I believe so, but let me confirm. I think you actually go back to your original spawning point.
You're the DM. You
Well, I don't remember. We're not doing it tonight anyway. It doesn't matter.
Would it be
Damn
one,
it.
1/3 rounded up?
Yes, it's 1/3 rounded up.
Unless it's your life, then it's rounded down by 2.
On the map,
Round down to 0.
there will be 6 spots that have treasures that will spawn. You will be able to pick up things from these boxes as a free action. When I said gear, however, you cannot take any of your magical gear.
With us?
It would make the magical items in the boxes null and void.
Fair enough.
So Scoffog?
You can't use Scoffbug.
And my
Anything
scimitar,
else?
so my +1
You
scimitar.
can have any basic equipment that you want,
So my scimitar +1 is 9.
with the exception of armors.
So magic items
Does
that
that-
are armor. Good.
No.
No.
You can have you can't wear full plate. You can't go in with 21 armor class. That's not going to happen.
Being singled out here.
Bullshit.
So my +1 scimitar is null and void.
If you manage to somehow look, I don't want you guys to think about this before you guys come in next time. Look through the basic gear. Anything that's like a basic weapon. You can have any number of basic weapons that you want. You can have any basic armor that you want, but your armor class, no matter what it is, can't be higher than 16. That is the highest. Whether
That's
that's
not too hard
shields
for me.
or whatever.
That's with my shield. I'm at
You have to be proficient with the armor and the weapons that you're using. That is the restriction. You cannot use any of your magical weapons. So that means you can't summon Harvey. He can't summon stuff with his insect staff. You can't use your sword of Parunes. You can't use your +1 scimitar.
Can he have his homunculus with him that I gave him?
Does it serve as a combat pet?
It is a magical.
Then I would say no.
Can I use my familiar?
Yes, because it's considered part of your spells.
I will use my phone because it may come up.
Imagine being reset back to level 1 as far as your gear, but your hit points are a little higher.
So we're level 2.
I gotta leave again.
This gear is yours to keep as a commencement of the ceremony. There are 6 boxes, like I said, around the map that will spawn treasures. At the end of every player's turn, if one of the boxes is gone, we will make a die roll to see if a new one spawns in that spot. I have a special deck of cards that has a whole bunch of unique magic items on them. The magic items are only good in the competition. You can activate magic items or just hold them. There's no limit to the number of magic items that you can have if you get them from the boxes. There is 1 box on the map that will spawn a legendary magic item. Again, only to be used in the competition. What you do with these magic items is up to you. Some of them are like healing things, some of them are damage things. So you will have to use your cunning and your very limited resources. If you use your channel divinity on one of your lives, you don't get it back when you respawn. Your channel divinity is gone. It's basically like your life points have been cut into thirds. Each time a third of it goes away, you disappear and then respawn. Once your 3 lives are gone, you are out. No matter whether it was a player that took you out or one of the things that you face in here. Or the environment. All of those things can potentially hurt you. When you start the competition, you will all be receiving 2 random magic items to assist you. They will be random. But they will be these cards. Any questions?
Sounds fun.
Is there a cannon that goes off every time someone dies?
No, but there are enemies that will spawn. There are other monsters.
Okay.
And like I said, some of them are very nasty. Now, I will explain the basic rules of combat. Combat is very much like combat what you do, but because of armor classes and things like that, some of you guys you're going to have bad luck with your rolls, okay? It's just going to happen. We want this to not take 7 hours of you guys trying to beat the shit out of each other. This is supposed to be fun. On your character sheets, you have 6 ability scores. When an opponent, only a player opponent, not monster opponents, makes an attack against you, they use any bonuses that they have, like their strength modifier, dex modifier, whatever it is they're hitting you with. If they're hitting with firebolt, they'd use their spell modifier, etc. If the attack hits your armor class, then you're just hit as normal. You would take the damage from it. You lose that from your hit points. If the attack misses based off of armor class alone, you then have to make a defensive roll. If you roll a defense, you pick one of your core stats. Whatever the bonus is on it, you can add that to your roll. You can only use your stats once per player. After you've used all 6 of your rolls, you would take your lowest bonus and add it to all future defensive rolls.
I got a -1. Oh, fucking shit.
Most people probably have a 0 or a -1. So, is there any questions on that?
What do we make this defensive roll for?
Only when an attack attempts to hit you and doesn't hit or beat your armor class. So, for example, if you have a 15 armor class and he tries to shoot you with a firebolt and he rolls a 14 on the firebolt, you then have to make a defensive roll. I know you're like, but it didn't hit me.
What does the defensive roll do, I guess? Like,
So
sure
you
this
roll your
is-
defense, and we'll say that you roll a 13 on your defense, okay?
Mhm.
You can then add one of your ability scores bonuses to it. If your defensive roll is better than his attack, then the attack misses entirely.
Okay, so we get like. So even if we miss, we get like an extra chance to hit it.
Yes, basically.
And so if you roll and your roll's better than his attack roll, you don't have to use one of your defensive.
Correct.
I don't believe so, no.
So if he rolled at like 14,
Yeah, but you could use your -1 if you're like, oh, I got 16, I'll use my -1.
Yeah. So that's kind of like the strategy, because you can only use them once, right?
yeah.
Yeah, and then you go to your worst one.
Yeah.
We'll have to talk about that again next week.
Yeah, just
Sure.
I'll post the rules like on
I will. I'll post them in the Discord. I'll get you a copy of the sheet. There's one other thing. Trash talking. It's encouraged and it's allowed. There are special rules for it.
But we stream on Twitch, so keep it nice.
Like, you can call him a fucking asshole if you want to, but okay, so what each of you are going to do in secret, and again, I'm going to send this to you. You will have to mark this down on your character sheet somewhere. This is a thing that you have to keep track of. Each player has to choose 3 insecurities for their character. It will either be a body part, a relationship, or a skill. You keep this information secret. A player, if they want to, can attempt to insult you by talking trash and trying to guess one of your insecurities. Let me explain this a little bit. I'm just
So
gonna
do I get a plus if I use vicious mockery on top of it?
I'll explain how it works. Okay. So for body parts, let's say you picked your nose, and your relationship was your mother, and your skills was intelligence. These are your 3 insecurity traits that you write down. So Skriz goes to attack you, and those are your things. You're insecure about your nose, your mother, and your intelligence. He can attempt to trash talk you, and he can pick one, either a body part, relationship, or skills. I'll give you a list of all of them so you guys know what to work off of, and you're not just guessing. And we'll say that he guesses that your sister is a slut. Okay? He just calls you out, and he says your sister is a dirty hoe, That wasn't your
Sleep with
thing.
Vampires.
That wasn't your thing, right? That was not your insecurity. It's not any of them. So nothing happens. It's just a straight roll. However, if he would have guessed your nose is abnormally small, and you're like, yeah, it is, you would reveal to him, yes, that's my insecurity. On that attack, he gets to roll advantage on you. Okay? So again, I will post all of the rules. Looting the treasure chest is a free action as long as you are adjacent to it. It doesn't take any. There's no bonus action. It's just a free action, and then you'll get the magic items.
Is it like a free action to insult?
Yes.
Okay.
You are limited though. You are not allowed to just keep guessing insecurities. You get one guess basically per player. If you don't get it, you don't get it. So if you guess nose and it's not his nose, you can't guess against him anymore. You can guess against a different character.
Getting interrogated that long.
Wait, I got this. I'll just cast detect thoughts.
So I kind of thought that this would be a like a fun sort of thing to kind of mix it up a little bit. I know that there are some aggressions between, more specifically, your character and Lissica, your character and Skriz and you. I figured this would give you guys the opportunity in a non-permanent way of dealing with your issues, and hopefully when you guys leave the arena, the issues go behind. Also, I will let you know, so be prepared for this. Win, lose, or whatever, you will be gaining a level after this competition.
Level 8. Level 8.
I want you guys to have the level, and this was a good way to do it before you go into the maze.
What if I would have talked everyone out of battling?
I still probably would have given you the level, but I would have found another way to get you there because I'm a really good DM.
You walked into the bar. Level
The
up.
mechanoids come to the
Level
bar.
Your goblin friend that you turned invisible got smashed by a thing. Level up.
So, Niv Mizzet is kind of explaining these rules to you. Do you have any questions? I will post all of the rules as far as the trash talking, how magic items and all that are going to work. Please make sure you guys read them. Understand it. That way when we go into it next week, if you have questions, I'll answer them, but you should have a better understanding of what's going on. We can just get right into you guys beating the shit out of each other. Because I'm just going to let you know. It's going to be Portal. You guys are going to immediately go in, and it's going to be you guys beating the shit out of each other from that point.
Dope.
How big's the area?
How big is the average dungeon in a box map?
Ooh,
That's a pretty
120
big area.
by 80.
Will we all go in the same spot start out with, or will we spawn
we
in
don't.
different areas?
I believe you guys spawn in different areas.
We're just gonna throw our dice on the table, and that's where you spawn.
So yeah,
All
think
at-
about
all
what
at the
kind of
same
gear you
time.
guys want.
So if you
Um,
next to
so if
it,
you
I'm
so-
glad.
So anything basic you guys can have. You can't use any magic items at all in the thing except for the stuff that's in the chest.
Yeah. but you get-
Okay,
What about our signet ring? That's also off.
you can't use any of that.
Yeah.
Now, what about the spell that I casted that lasts for 24 hours? Does
That effect still lasts on you because it was a thing you did. So if there's a buff that you want to try to cast on yourself before you go in, you can.
Mage armor.
You'd be able to anyway. That's part of your spells.
Yeah. So would I be able to cast stuff like mirror image before I go in?
It won't matter. You can cast mirror image anyway. It's just your spell slots for the day.
So if we were to take him out though and he respawns, mirror image is still active, or he needs
That
to
is-
It
recast?
follows the rules of whatever mirror image is. You technically would have died, right?
Yes.
So if you somehow get around his mirror images and hit him, his mirror images go away because he died.
Mhm.
He can use another spell slot to cast it again.
Mhm.
Okay, but he has to use another spell.
He would have to use another spell slot.
Yes.
Okay.
Although if you killed me while I mirror images up, most likely my images would have been gone in the first place. So
Many great disputes were settled this way in ancient times. Now it is being used to decide the leaders of each of the maze runners. I think yours is settling some other issues. Hopefully, you will be a much stronger unit when you emerge. Are there any other questions?
I think just time to talk to the group real quick.
Then, before we start, I will allow you to discuss it amongst yourselves.
All right, what's your weakness?
Mhm.
Just kidding. So I do think I want to reiterate again, if something comes out and it's a big creature that comes out to attack all of us, that we should focus all of our power on it and then go back to fighting each other. I think that will be an ultimate display of teamwork and lead us to quick change and adaptability in combat. I think it'd be a good thing to do if everyone wanted to agree to that. That's what I'm gonna do.
I think that's a good condition.
All right.
Want to say good luck to all y'all. And see you out there.
Mm-hmm.
And also one more thing, I'm sorry.
He's pre-apologizing? Man,
It's all in good fun. We're not actually dying. I think.
there's no actual pain either. You
Yeah.
guys don't actually feel any pain. I mean, if you get your head cut off, you don't feel it, so it's fine. No other questions? At least for now? Anything else you guys need to discuss amongst yourselves?
Nope.
All right. Well, is there anything else that you want to do before you start the competition?
Nervous poop.
Got it.
Well, so I'll take the band that I got for best friend from
Mhm.
Skriz. I'll take it off my finger, hand it to Skriz.
Thank God this is over. I throw it over my shoulder. What you think I was gonna put it as a cock ring or something? This is nasty.
Giving you a back.
Nope.
Okay.
God. So you can't do that to me again, can you?
Ah,
Do it
when you
once.
die, I can.
What do you mean when I die?
Now, like I said, you're gonna want that. You're gonna want that finger. You can give it back to me when we become best friends again.
So,
No, I
anybody
want-
that is at
I want
home
the ring or
watching,
the finger.
The finger.
if you guys want to
With the
place your
ring on.
bets now as to who is
you
going to
gave
win
me
this
a finger
competition,
ring. I thought you just
Um,
gave me the ring back.
I think it'll be really cool. I'm going to
With-
post a thing
like a
up on the
finger with the
socials. You
ring
guys
on it.
post who you think is going to
Oh,
win
Okay.
the battle royale next week.
I
You
go
guys
back
heard
and
the
grab the
rules.
finger. I thought it was just a ring that.
I thought it was the ring too.
Yeah.
'Cause you took
So yeah, we put it out there. We're going to put it on the thing. We're going to take a little poll. We'll have everybody put their bets as to who's going to win next week.
I will. I'm taking the shirt off my shirt.
God. And that's the week we get canceled.
All right. And on that note, if there's nothing else, we are going to end a little early tonight. Because there's no way we're going to get this done in 30 minutes. So, but thanks everybody for tuning in. Next week should be pretty good. I kind of feel like we're going to get through a lot next week between the battle and probably the introduction of the champions and stuff. I feel like we could probably get most of that done. But thanks again everybody for tuning in. We appreciate it. We will be back next week. come and watch the battle royale of the gravy train against the gravy train against the gravy train against the gravy train against the other monsters and stuff that are in the arena. You guys are going to love it. There are a lot of surprises. You guys are definitely going to want to check that out. So, we will be back next week. Thanks everybody for tuning in.
Deuces.